Hello everybody, welcome back. It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday, the 23rd of March 2025. I'm Drift Johnson, this is Scuffed Epoch, formerly 5 Below 5. Welcome to the live show. Hello Full Dive, hello Emily, and hello Fernica. Thank you all for joining. We're going to be doing something super fun tonight, which spared no expense. We have used Claude & Klein, our tried and tested tool, to do everything that I'm going to show you tonight. I'm going to be putting it on this machine for the first time, okay? And hopefully you guys can see what we're doing and benefit. Basically, we're going to be, I put it up there, we're gone modal, okay? Modal, let's introduce it. In fact, first, let's get to the sort of housekeeping. First of all, if you're watching live or you're watching later, you can find our Discord in the join link in the description of the video. We're going to be doing some Writers Club after we look at this feature as well, by the way. But today we're going to be taking a look at 2 new repos which I've put up on my GitHub. And it's possible for you to set up your own API with either Flux Jaguar for images or LTXV video. So I'm out of breath because I literally just ran here from my house where I actually just finished the last build 10 minutes ago. So I literally was working right up to the wire and I wasn't even here because the thing is I started it, I started so I'll finish, So we all love Comfy UI. I love Comfy UI. I've made hundreds of nodes, thousands of workflows. It's amazing, okay? So pretext. But sometimes you just want to make, is that machine 14? Yes, it is. It is Fernica. Machine 14 in the house. There he is, machine 14. Yeah. Well spotted, mate. Dragon Diffusion. Hello, 1 second. I'm getting my dude online as I promised. You can walk on water. Look, I can dance underwater and I don't get wet. That's just a quote, guys. Ice Cube. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you my 2 new thingies. So I've got Jaguar Modal. Okay. So we're just going to walk through this real quick. So Jaguar Diffuser's API. So I want to explain how I built this while we're looking at it. So it takes a little bit longer. If you just want to read this and use it, we'll get to that, probably take about 20 minutes. Probably less. So skip around if you're watching later. But just sit back and relax, because for the next sort of hour, I'm just going to be going over what we did, okay? Now, how much did it cost to do this? Now, you know me, I like it to do all the work. So every time we had a problem, I was like, hey, look at this. Every time it reached a sort of landmark, I committed, okay? So you can actually have a look at this. You can see the 11 commits. And if you really want to nose through and see what I did and how it was built, okay, this is interesting. So let me explain what I did first, because that's going to be more interesting, I feel. So what I did was I went to Jaguar Flux. Okay, is it going to show me the actual thing? It's just showing me all my stuff. Okay, thanks, Git. Thanks, mate. Jaguar. Oh wait, it's Shuttle Jaguar, that's why. Shuttle dash Jaguar. Right. So this is what I did. I came to this page and I saw this code. That's it. I saw this code. And I thought to myself, there's a pip install, right? So obviously it needs a CUDA pipeline, right? Fair enough. We know how to do that. And essentially there's a prompt and it runs it. And I was like, well, what if we could adapt this to Modal? So Modal, let's just introduce Modal so everyone's on board. Modal. So Modal, the interesting thing about Modal is you only pay for what you use. So what does that mean? No more paying for setup time. Well, is that true? I suppose I did pay for setup time. But once it was set up, you don't have to pay to set it up every time. So like Docker, virtual machine, all that sort of stuff, you always end up having to pay for the setup time a lot. Over and over again, you're just downloading models. You can get a remote storage, but you don't even need, they've got volumes in this. So you get the same. Anyway, if you look at the pricing, for a T4, which won't be enough, unfortunately, to run Flux, or what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this one, okay, which is, let's put it on per hour, $2.10 per hour. Now it's 16. This is 16. This is, I think, 22 or 24. Do you know what I mean? And it goes up. So obviously, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, I'm not running FP8 or anything like that. So I think I could probably make this Flux Jaguar run in FP8, and then you could just use the T4. But right now, I have to run the full Flux, which is, a little bit more than 24, unfortunately. But like I said, it's in development, but it works. It works perfectly. So I want to demonstrate how I built it and all that stuff. So what I did was, as I say, I took this code and I put it in a file called notes. And then what I did was I went to the docs, I went to the examples, and I went to the serving web endpoints, and I copied this entire file and called it modal endpoints. Yeah? And then what I did was I started prompting in Climb. And I pretty much said, we can make an API endpoint with text to image for Shuttle, and then included, this, right? And well, this entire document actually. And I let him think about it. I let him implement it. We ended up with an app. We deployed it. It had some problems. We went back and forth a couple times. As you saw, there were like 12 commits. Okay. And like I say, essentially what you end up with is Jaguar Modal, right? So what does it do? Well, the first thing you do is you install Modal, and then you make yourself a token, which opens up the web page and you sign in to your Modal account. Now, if you create an account, they give you $5 credit, and if you put a credit card into the system, they give you they give you $25 extra. So you get $30 to play with it to see if you even like this. And then obviously you can like shut it down if you don't like it or whatever, but I find it's much, much cheaper than using RunPod. So I'm kind of like slowly dabbling with converting all of my things over to this system. Because the thing is, if you have an account on here, it's a lot like OpenRouter. And like I said, it is much cheaper. And I've still got a lot of improvements to make. So it could actually be even faster than it currently is. One thing I've got to learn how to do is get rid of cold start. So someone I work with has already implemented it. and you end up with a 5-second start time, which is insane. So that means, well, anyway. So it's an alternative for people that don't have a GPU and don't want to mess around with all of that crazy, you know, deploying massive Dockers. Anyway, so this is what I did. I took this file, I took this example, and I think I might have given it like the URL to one of the models at first, which I eventually found out was wrong, and we went through it anyway. And ultimately you get this. So you do pip install modal, then you do modal token new, and then you do git clone my thing, and you go into cd into the diffusers, and then what you do is you modal deploy, and you deploy, in fact, hang on. Okay, so at the moment you're actually already in there, so you don't need to, you silly person. So basically what he did there was he forgot that we already CD'd into that folder. Hang on. CD Jaguar diffusers. So modal deploy Jaguar modal. What? Hang on. I think he's got the wrong path here. Yeah, there's no file name. There's no file name. It's just deploy Jaguar. Just like that. I don't know why it was trying to put it in a subfolder. We were already in there. Just a sec. We are not taking calls right now. Okay. So. Where were we? Right. So anyway, there's a number of README files. One on the volume. So this is how it stores the models so that you don't have to download them every time. A troubleshooting section, which basically includes a lot of the things I ran into just for people researching how this was done. The README, which is what we're reading, and then the deploy, which is specific instructions on how to deploy. Now, this should be good though, all right? But essentially, this is your username. So when you create an account with Modal, you get a username. And so it's the name of the project, which is Shuttle Jaguar. It is 2 dashes, so that's how you figure out what your URL is, just so you know, right? Because when you run the test script to see that this is working, and obviously all of the instructions on how to make the image different prompts, all that stuff's in this file, and then it will return the image, you know. You just basically put your username. So, yeah. I hope that makes sense. It's very simple. Alright, so as you can see, to generate a single image, you can do it one of two ways. You can either do Python, Jaguar modal, test generate, and again, you don't need that folder there. There's a bunch of like weird paths in these instructions. Hang on, I'm going to keep reading them here quick. So, yeah, there's another one there as well. Don't need that. Yeah, don't need that. It keeps thinking it's because I developed it in a subfolder. That's the reason for it. Alright, I think I got them all. There's probably more in there, but yeah. So what is this madness? It lets you deploy Shuttle Jaguar as a serverless API using Modal. It handles all the infrastructure so you can just generate images. Now we're going to make this better. I only made it yesterday. So my idea is to add more stuff to it. Like I want to get LoRa support in there. I want to get the ability to like bring your LoRa's into your storage. All that kind of good stuff. It would be nice to get GGF support. I think that's probably the quickest route to getting a high quality FP8. And then you can run it on much cheaper hardware. Okay. So that's the idea. So you do pip install modal, you get your token, that's logging in, and then you deploy the app from the folder which we've cloned, obviously, this project that we're looking at. Once it's deployed, it will say, yeah, it's deployed, well done, and then you get this cool UI, which looks a little bit like that. And we'll be in here in a minute, because yeah, that's right, we got LTX video running, which is what I've been testing today. But yeah, like I said, if we just go back to the old Jaguar, if you look at the API, this is what it looks like. So when you deploy it, you get a report in the prompt which says all of your stuff, and it will have the name of your model there. It'll tell you what your URL is. And it is literally, as I said it was, you know, it's your user account -- model Jaguar or whatever this is. Jaguar modal? No, wait. It said it in the other one. There. It's your username -- shuttle Jaguar, right? Anyway. And then you can test it with Python, test generate, and the thing. So, and like I said, it will return an image. And there are many more ways to do it. There's obviously a batch. There's a batch mode where you can put a whole bunch of prompts in. Like I said, I plan to make this better by adding bits and pieces to it, but this is like the basic version, which I might just set in stone and then make a Jaguar Modal V2 with additional options, like, because I want it to do in-painting, I want it to do upscaling, I want it to do all that good stuff, right? But to be honest, this was just a setup. I wanted to see if it was even possible, okay? Now, just to give you an idea of what the images it can make look like, I mean, come on, guys. It's Flux Jaguar. So, there's an image which it made. It's not bad. Where's another image that it made? There's another image that it made. Okay. So, I think it does pretty good. All right? Because the idea is, right, if you've got an API endpoint, we're doing a lot of LLM stuff, right? Well, if you've got an LLM endpoint that's running Python, then that means you could actually have your LLM directly use a text to image with Flux, just like that. You know, because you can get him to run a Python script and you can get him to put the prompt in, and then you can have that prompt be the result of a lot of stuff that you've been doing with the LLM, right? So I'm trying to, I'm not saying we're breaking free of Comfy, because I'm not going to do that. I love Comfy too much. It's too easy to do all kinds of multimodal stuff with Comfy, but for the purposes of I just want to use Jaguar to make image, that's the goal here. So take it all out. Oh, Dragon Diffusion's got to empty the dog. Well, good luck, my friend. Okay. So where were we? Talking about Jaguar. So like I said, we made all this with Klein 3.7 in Thinking with 2024 tokens on the Thinking tokens. And gratuitous unhinged use of emojis. But yeah, basically this is all working. Okay. I might demonstrate it later, we'll see. I'm more interested in looking at the video stuff, to be honest, which is what we're going to sort of get into next. Because this was cool, and it runs great. But what I did was really interesting. I decided to use this as a blueprint to make an LTXV version. That's literally what I did. So what did I do? Can't Jaguar be wrapped into a custom node? Well, because it's an API, yeah, you could. But it would be not using Comfy to make, it wouldn't be using the Comfy GPU. Instead, it would be using CPU mode Comfy, and then it could feed into your API to generate. Yes, the answer is yes. It would take a bit of doing, but yeah, you could wrap this into a Comfy node. And then if you have an API and your app running, it could, so yes. So you know what I mean? Yeah, the answer is yes. I haven't done that, but you could fork this and make it do that. Or you could take the code from this and run this, and then have the Comfy node referencing this. So like the code that's used to generate the images, testgenerate.py, what you would do is you would give testgenerate.py to Claude and say, please make this into a Comfy node. Hey, maybe we'll try it. Wouldn't that be funny? I think it would be funny. But anyway, like I said, this is like the layup, and the slam dunk is coming. So this makes amazing images. I'm quite proud of it. It's quite stable. I actually spent another $10 trying to make it do web stuff, but it had problems with origin security stuff, and we explored it, but it couldn't figure it out yet. So I'm marking that as a web solution that needs to be done separately. But for the purposes of making an API call and getting your image back, it works. Okay. So So yeah, I was making loads of stuff. So yeah, but like I said, this is the setup. So now I've explained all of that. This is what I did next. I said LTXV 095. And that took me to GitHub, not for to comfy GitHub, but then I went to this one, the actual LTXV repo. Okay, so we come here, and somewhere, excuse me, somewhere down here we have some inference code. See, to use our model, please follow the inference code. So what I did was I downloaded this project, and I downloaded Jaguar, and I said read Jaguar, and then I said read LTXV, and then I said Jaguar is what it is, you know, a modal serverless API for Jaguar. And then I said I would like to make, or we can make, we can create an LTXV based version of this modal API, use this as a template and change it all up so that it works with text to video. Basically, it wasn't a complicated prompt. And then over the course of a bit of planning, where he's like, do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this? We answered a couple of questions, not too many. In some cases, I just said, you just ignore it and just go act. Okay. There were a couple of bugs when we wrote it. Like after you actually do the deploy, sometimes you would get like some errors, okay, in the server, and we were still getting a bit of that. Like I said, I literally finished cooking it just before the stream began. So let me go to the repo. So here we have LTXV modal. How was that updated 8 minutes ago? What did I do? Oh, I edited some text file, didn't I? Right. So anyway, this one is preset to use the A140 gigabyte. Now, in both examples, if you go into LTXV app, you'll notice that it says GPU A100. You can just type T4, L4, A10, whatever. There are options listed. If you go to Modal and go to the docs, they have like a list of all of the isn't it funny the thing isn't there when you look for it? Isn't that funny? Hang on, look. Back. Where's the prices gone? I guess they're not on the docs. Oh, where's the main website? No. We're gonna get there. Guide. GPU acceleration. Here we go, right. So I decided to go with that one because it was the first one I could see that gave me enough VRAM for like FP16 running Flux and video models, yeah. But to be honest, we want to get it running FP8, so that's one potential direction we could go in, yeah. Interesting thing about doing everything this way is if you want 8 H100s, you just say I want H. Okay. Anyway, I'm not trying to get carried away here. I'm just saying there's a lot of potential in terms of development and what you can do. But anyway, just for the purposes of what we're doing, let's get back to it. So let's take a look at the main project here. So it's exactly the same as before, only this time LTXV, and we're going to set this one up in a second. All right, so I'm right on time. I was aiming for 1/2 past, so we're almost there. So pip install modal token new. That obviously lets you sign in with your modal account. You git clone the project. Obviously I'll probably already have done that. Actually, I'll probably do that first just so it's set up. Wait a minute. Oh, nuts. Probably helps to actually see. This is what happens sometimes when you generate all your stuff. It didn't actually know because it didn't exist yet. It didn't, you know what I mean? The project didn't exist yet. Okay. So yeah, like I said, you'll git clone the project, go into the folder, and obviously you've already done the modal, or maybe you do it. Doesn't matter which way around you do it, really. It doesn't really matter. Point is, once you've done these things, you can just go modal deploy, and it'll put it to your account. Then, as I explained before, you put your username here. All right. and then it will allow you to go ahead and deploy your my version of my app to your Modal. Test generate gives examples of how to generate a video, and obviously the URL has to be that URL. So that is pretty much it. It's pretty simple, you know. If you're lucky, if everything works. I haven't tested image to video, so I do want to try that. It'll probably cause all kinds of problems because it's not comfy. See, everything is like raw. You have to like, the image doesn't match. Probably should you need to write a script for that, mate. You know what I mean? This is the thing that's so. It's kind of like you have to build everything yourself, but that was what I wanted. So currently, there's a prompt, there's a negative prompt, there's a height, there's a width, there's a number of frames, there's a frame rate, there's a CFG, there's a number of steps, there's a seed, there's an STG scale, because it does have STG built in, which is cool. Because remember, they added LTX tricks, right? So that means that you should be able to get a 5 to 10 second, I would say 3 to 5 seconds at 1280 by 720. You should be able to get that video back, probably in about 5 to 20 seconds. I think it depends on which GPU you're running and how long it is. But I'm trying to. The first run is slow because obviously it has to download the models, so don't be worried if it times out on that first request. But if you watch the logs, you'll be able to see that it's actually like warmed up and running, and every subsequent run is loading the model from a special volume in Modal. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I guess now it's time to show it off, right? Let's do it. It's probably going to make horrific model video. Let's find out. So we're going to do an open folder, and we're going to fall down to one of my SSDs, and we'll go into tools, and we're going to make a brand new thing, which is going to be the LTXV Modal V1. Okay, and like I said, this is very experimental, so MCP for LTX in my brainstorm. Yeah, Modal. Yeah, I know. It's because of the name of the... Yeah. The thing is, right, I was thinking about... We were making these MCPs, and that's cool, right? But then I was like, what if we had our own endpoint? So we have our own endpoint. So it's almost like running the Comfy API. But the Comfy API, like I said, nothing... Look, no shade. It's a big stack to just run one model. So if I'm like, I've decided I only want to make image with LTX. I don't want to make video with LTXV. I only want to make image with Flux Jaguar. That's what I've chosen. If I wanted to do something else, I could build something else, is my point. But if I have both of these things running, then I could have my LLM. I could say, there's a Python script which allows you to make video. There's a Python script which allows you to make image. And then I give him access to it. You see what I mean? I'm like trying to... it's the beginnings of my attempt to try and give him the tools, because right now I'm trying to do it serverless, because it's kind of like it's something which I'm currently just excited about. I'm just like, serverless, this is interesting, right? And at the moment it's a bit blunt, but like I said, I've literally just got it working. So anyway, enough talk, let's do it. Get out of there. He's been up there for too long. He needs to actually show something now. By the way, thank you everybody for joining the stream. Please like the stream. We don't exist if you don't like the stream. It's like multi-dimensional or something. Git clone. So that's what we're going to do. And by the way, you can go ahead and try this at home. You do get, like I said, a $5 and a $30 extension to your credit if you sign up. And I'm not being paid anything, okay? I've just enjoyed using the platform, and you know, you can build stuff with AI on there, so I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. Probably because their documentation was just written so well, to be honest. So if we go cd LTXV, I'm using the tab command to autofill, by the way, in case you don't use the old terminal much. You can use ls or dir to check the contents of a directory, so there you go. That's all we have to start off with. So client example might be outdated, but I know that test generate works. Okay. Also, under future development, this is something new I did. When we were making it, I actually included in the prompt that if he identified any features that I wasn't asking for, make a note of them for later so we can add them in V2. And look at what it came up with. Video extension, keyframe based animation, style transfer and control. It was just like, yup, and then look, support for quantized models. So what I'll probably do in the future is I'll be making forks of this, or new versions of this repo, which will have support for this, and maybe we'll implement Tcache. Because the thing is, this is the funny thing. This isn't like going to mess up your comfy because it's just for this. So I'm okay with that, as long as the quality doesn't go down. But anyway, let's show you how to do it. So you don't really need to look at this anymore because it's just this. You've got the instructions right there on the README. So what are we going to do? We're going to follow the instructions. So here we go. Let's do it. So pip install Modal. I may already have... What? I'm just going to type it in. I've been having weird stuff happen lately. It might be just this version of Klein, but there's a weird bug at the moment where if you paste stuff into the chat and it goes into the terminal and causes absolute chaos. So I do recommend I bet they'll patch it out like today or tomorrow, okay? But it's quite funny because you're like, oh my god, what's happening? Because if you put a load of text in your paste and it tries to run every line as a command. So what I've been doing is I've just been shutting my terminal when I do a paste and set up a big prompt, you know? It's not a big deal. Right, so anyway, it's probably not something you're ever going to worry about. I bet when you see this video, it's going to be like, what's he on about? Because, yeah, anyway, I bet they'll fix it. But anyway, so we're going to do pip install Modal. And I've probably already got this. What are you doing? Go away. I've probably already got this, right? Already satisfied. But for you, it might take a little bit. But anyway, so then we're going to go Modal token new. Do I need to do that? I don't need to do this because I've already done it. But you go Modal token new, and that will authenticate you to your account. But I'm like I said, I've already done it. So, and then we download the thing again. Like I said, you could probably do this first, actually, because it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And then we get to the important part, which is this bit: Modal deploy app. Right. So there it is. Now this takes a little bit because it actually builds it to their back end with all of my requirements to the CUDA 2.5.1 for the torch, diffusers 0.28. You can see all the stuff, right? It's using the fast API, apparently. It's been an absolute joy to work with Klein and Claude. I'll be real. You know, it's getting to the point where it's almost like code weaving is what they should have called it, because, you know, vibe coding is like going to hit those hashtags, but what we're really doing is we're taking abstract information and then weaving it into something that actually is an executable program or whatever, which is kind of, yeah, I think weaving is probably, it's the same with the story stuff. You're more story weaving, even though we think retro narrative makes more sense for the inversion process, because then we're writing everything backwards. But anyway, stay on topic, as they say. But yeah, with this, what we're going to do is we're going to have our own API running. So what's going to happen is it's going to be our username -- LTX video, because that's what it'll come up as. So then when we come to use our thing, it's going to be, so like I said, if I go to my account, dashboard please, you can see my name is Mushroom Fleet. So if I go on to LTX video model, you can see that it tells me the thing, Mushroom Fleet -- LTX video, and then the rest of it is pre-coded for it to work. Okay, and as you can see, was it this one? Where is the thing that it did? I don't even see it. Generate video API get. Is that the one? I don't know. Like I said, it's literally, I literally just got it all working. So we are pushing a version that was already there pretty much, because what I have up on the GitHub is exactly what I have. And like I said, all you got to do is set your name. So if we go and look at the not client example, test generate, there's a base URL, right? So I could have sworn it's possible to just put it there. Ah, yeah, that's right. It updates it for you because of the parameter you put after it. There you go. All right. So test generate your API. So then you don't need to change the code. In previous version, I was like, go in and edit it, but you don't do that now. Now what you do is you call your URL. And then I think this just opens the thing. It doesn't have file name control, okay? So like it's just gonna save the same video over and over and over. I haven't put that stuff in yet, right? You gotta build it yourself, right? So just bear that in mind. Yes, Black Tom, you legend, you just figured it out, mate. You're on to me. As I've mentioned, do you know what? It's time to bring up my multi-million-dollar cutting-edge planning software real quick. Okay. And I think what we're going to do is, instead of like retina burn, we're going to do a blackboard. Okay. There. Now, can I get like a paintbrush? Is that too much to ask? There we go. Okay. So this is my idea, right? Because up until now, what has happened is we've had like... Oh my god, why can't I... Okay, what the heck? Okay, right, so... Up until now, we've got like comfy UI, and that makes the images, it makes video, it makes everything, okay? That's what we've been doing, okay? And with the LLMs, what we're starting to do is we're starting to see LLM, can't read that for crap, okay? The LLM is making the prompt lists, which then go into Comfy, which then makes your video, right? And it's like, well, hang on a minute. And the thing is, you have to do a different prompt list for your image stack, which you really want to use for this. So it's creating like a bunch of stuff. And I was thinking to myself, well, hang on a minute. The LLM can run Python. So if you have your LLM up here, and we have the ability to create text lists, okay? And then we have, so we have, whoops, too late. So we have Jaguar. Oh my god, this thing can't write for crap. So I, image, V, oh my god, V, video, right? T, text, okay? So then my idea is, what you're doing is, you've got your LLM, you've got your crazy AI. You prompt him, it makes you a story, okay? So story, right? We go this way. It makes our prompt lists, okay? Our prompt lists are image format, so it makes the first frame for every image in a storyboard, okay? But then we convert the prompts to video format, and then we combine the first frame with the video prompt, and then that goes into our video, okay? And so the thing is, because this is the best part, because you actually have an LLM with 2 endpoints, and then it has like you know, like a little bit of storage, yeah. And so with that, all it needs to do is go shoop, shoop, shoop. Okay. And then, like I said, it's like it ends up looking a bit like this, and then you end up with a show, because you can do story generation, and then you can convert that into image prompt. You can generate all the images for the storyboard, convert the same prompts into video prompts, push the pairs in sequence into the video generator. There it is. So that's what we're doing, and yeah, you're on to me, mate. That's exactly what we're doing, or what we're building towards. And I think that the golden ticket is actually having a LoRa here and a LoRa here for it to, do you know what I mean? I think having the LoRa, so like when you're doing your text generation, the caption file for the LoRa is present, yeah? And so that fine tunes it. Do you know what? I like this marker pen. I'm kind of getting used to it now. Sorted. But yeah, this won't make any sense if you just started watching. But essentially, can we make it thinner? No, not really. It'll turn into like something else. So yeah, oh my god, it's really thin now. Yeah, the marker is the best. So essentially, yeah, you have your LLM. You have text generation, text. Look, see, you can't write for crap. Can't write for crap. But if you saw all of what we just said, it'll make sense. So that's the plan. Because obviously you need to have, if you've got these Python scripts that are just ready to go, LLM can just make it happen, and it'll build up the files and make the pairs. Yeah. Yeah. And you can just take my stuff. So, like I said, I built it so that you can just take it and make it. See how it's given it? Look at this. See this here? See this here? That's your path, right? It states this in the thing. So it tells you, right? Okay. Cool. So now what we're going to do, client example. Ah, right. Okay. So easiest way is test generate. So, so this is like kind of confusing, but we're going to do it this way because I know that's the way that works. Okay. So we're going to do Python thing, and it might not work straight away because it's going to be cold. I'm working on that. Oh, look, see the copy paste is on the Fritz. Generate.py. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I forgot to put the thing in. Okay, so now let's go and take a look at the thing. We can take a look at the logs here and see what's happening. Hopefully it's not just crashing continuously. So there are still some things in here I need to solve. So look at this. Future warning in channels directly is deprecated. Please access in channel. So I mean, there's all this stuff that they've changed, obviously. But anyway, it says it's initialized and ready. I don't know. I don't think that's right, because that was an hour ago by my clock. More than an hour ago. No. Just like 50 minutes ago. So hopefully it's going to wake up. There you go. Look, it's waking up. Now my request is probably going to time out because I gave them a default of 30 seconds. So obviously you can change that somewhere in the code. I haven't even looked at it yet. So what I do is I essentially let it fail because it'll probably, like I say, time out. The cold start is about, where is it, 130 seconds for the cold start. But then once it's running, you can put your requests in. Okay, so as you can see, that was the first request. So yeah. But what we'll do is we'll get an output, and as you can see right now, there's nothing. Yeah, no magic tricks. There's nothing. We haven't got anything. And it's going to bring us back a video. No, like, messing around. It's literally just going to give us video. Will it be good? Probably not. But that doesn't matter. So, yeah, we go. Look, there we go. Oh, no, it failed. But that's because it hasn't loaded yet. So if we just give it a second, or 5... LTX, it'll do a video generation in 4 times faster than Flux Jaguar. Put it that way. It'll do a video generation faster than Flux can make an image. So I know that it's not the best video generating model and whatnot. I know WAN is better, etc. But you can get full 720p for like 3 seconds. So 3 seconds at 720p. You can actually do that in a 5-second return once it's warm, okay, which is actually nuts. And I haven't even put T-Cache or anything like that on it yet. It's still running. This is still running in FB32 or 16, I think. BF16, yeah, BF16. Okay, so it looks like it might be warm now. It gets really confusing, so we're just going to put another request in and see if we get something back this time. It's really confusing. It seems to just bubble around in circles while it's hot. So like I said, I've still got a lot to learn, but it does work. I've just got to keep hammering it with the requests until I get the video. But the thing is, I literally just clinched it before we came online today, because I've only just started using Modal a couple days ago, but I love it. I think it's great. Come on, generating video. Why is it always... See what I mean? I think there's got to be, like, some options I can do to keep it... Wait. Oh, fully loaded. It says fully loaded. So you're going to do it? You're going to do it? Now it's saying loading model again. See, I'm so confused about why it keeps doing that. It's probably my squirrel code, right? But the point is, it does work. I think I've just got to get it to actually fire up. Like I said, it's a work in progress. I literally built this repo today. I think it cost me 1 coffee. We're going to go with a coffee. See, that's about the same as a bunch of bananas. Somewhere around the same. Depends where you're from. It's going to time out again. Yeah, it's timed out again. Let's try it again. I'm just waiting for a get request to actually appear, because it seems like he's just loading and loading and loading. Maybe there's loads of models. I thought there was only 2 things he needed to load. The model and maybe the VAE. I'm not sure. Let's see. Like, what's going on? So I'm going to see what we can do about this in a minute, but I want to see it actually do one post. Come on, where's that get request? Look at it, it's just... Oh, it actually loaded. Okay, we're gonna time out again any minute. It's got to be persistent. I think when I get this working correctly... Oh, there it is! There it is, those are steps. What happened? There it is, those are steps. Whoa. Okay, get 200, get 200. Uh-oh. Whoa, okay, so we probably only got one of them. There it is. Okay, now look, it might not be the best, but we haven't customized anything. Ta-da! Ha ha ha. Feels good, man. Feels good. So yeah, looking at this, so it looks like I need to like adjust my timeout. So if you look, see, the total round trip is longer than the timeout. So I think probably the first thing we should do, let's see if we can find the timeout and just increase that. So I don't know if it's in here or if it's in the app. So let's just look for timeout. There we go, timeout 30. So let's try timeout 60. And then this one, timeout 300. Oh, that one's okay. Oh, that's actually more realistic. Do I want to do timeout 300 on the other one? Let's change it to 90 for now. Save that. That's test generate. Okay, and then the other one is image to vid. So timeout 300, there's only one. I haven't tested that yet either, so that should be interesting. I'm just going to rename this because I know it doesn't... I should probably make a bit of code that's like every time you get a download, give it a timestamp and put it in a folder, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's stuff that you have to do extra, right? But the point is, here it is. We've just made ourselves a serverless API endpoint that can run a video gen. So that proves, because I know I can do it with an image, now I can do it with a video. So that means we can have the LLM take the story, turn it into prompts, generate the images, put them in order, turn the prompts into video prompts, make that a structured, because you know I've got that whole image prompt model thing. So I'm going to call it a storyboard, data set. So it is the first image of the video that needs to be made with the video prompt for that clip. And it's just a big old list, a big old data set. That's what it is. I got a node in Comfy already that can do that. So all I have to do is make the same thing here. Batch generate from the storyboard model. So we use Flux Jaguar to make the initial first frames. We use the LLM to convert to video prompt. Like I said, I've already made the LTXV agent. It can do that. We already have the code, right? Anyway. So that's where we're at, guys. Everything's going very nicely. Okay, so let's see if we can't let's see if we can make this a little bit better, because then it's like you could actually in one go make an episode of something. Obviously you have to try not to be too greedy with what you're doing, but like kids show format stuff is, if anybody, I don't make that kind of stuff, but you got like your 3D animated character and it's having adventures. If you already have those lauras, it's done. You can just have button. The way we do it is we set you write the ending. That's the way that we do it. You write the ending and it goes backwards. And also, I'm thinking choose your own video adventures, because the thing is, we've got the ability to write like 8 books at once with branching story choices, and that could be an interesting short format if done in an interesting way. So you watch a short and then you choose which one to go to in the description or the comments. Maybe there's like a pinned comment or something that links to the next. What do you do next? I think that's actually going to be viable, and because we can automate it, the production would be insane, but with this it's not. So it's truly an interesting time, and like I said, I've open sourced the whole thing, so if you want to go ahead and turn it into something else like D&D, because obviously you could make little videos based on your characters and stuff. If you combine the narrative spittoon with something like this, that's the plan, we're going to get there. Oh man. How does consistency work, says Black Tom. Great choice. That's why I was saying, did I kill the paint? Oh, I didn't even save it. So in the paint diagram, I mentioned that you have a pre-trained LoRa. So when you have a pre-trained LoRa, you have taken all your key art and trained it into a Flux model, okay? And then what you do is you take the prompt. So every prompt that was in that data set becomes the brain available to the Flux prompt agent when it's generated. So when it comes to look at the story that involves the same characters and everything, it's able to hook into that, and it aligns with the prompts for your LoRa. So that means that it understands that your character always wears a particular outfit. And so when it starts making the story prompt into video, it's going to include all of the right words to trigger the correct LoRa image. So then your first frame is consistent. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is training LTXV LoRa to continue that consistency. And you basically use the exact same data set for training Flux and for training LTXV. You might have to like resize the images or crop them a little bit for the video model, because it's never tall, it's always landscape, you know what I mean? But aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. Obviously I have to actually do it, so I've done all the pieces in Comfy. Now I'm trying to put it all together into a thing. Okay. We're making a thing. And the beauty is that you can use this and you pay what you use. Yeah. So what we're going to do is going to work out some costs now. So I've got $5.77 right now. Now, obviously, I can make this cheaper by running a lower GPU and improving this project with GGUF. Okay, and we're going to look at that. But the first thing I want to do is just get a rough idea of what this costs. Because look, right now, I have nearly spent all of my trial stuff. But bear in mind, though, I've done some commercial work with this, which has given me a bit to play with. And then I've also built a Jaguar Flux and the LTXV. We developed everything, you know, on the platform. Okay. And it's as simple as putting your username in the thing and off you go. It's so easy. And like I said, if, for example, you want to run some video generations with the H100, it's just a question of putting that GPU into the app. Yeah, you could just put H100 here if you want and give it a blast. Okay, 10 seconds. But I think we can do it with what we have here. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want to change the test generate. Okay. Change the test generate. Where are the options real quick? Here they are. So right now it's pretty tame. So let's just bump this up. Oh, how about we don't do it like that? How about we do it like this? Generate HD. Close enough. It'll do for now, he said. So what I want to do is I want to go 1280. I want to go 736, I think is the nearest safe res. We're going to do 73 frames. The frame rate will be 25. We can leave all the rest. Let's go with 30 steps. I can't remember what. I'm going to have to go and get my STG and rescale settings. If anybody's got them, throw them in the chat because we'll alter this to match. I can't remember if this is what we use. It probably is though. It probably is though. They were really good at adjusting the defaults. So hang on. So I'm actually going to change this to 300 now because yeah. See, this is the deadly 200 error, but we've been doing okay. It does often screw up. Okay. So let's save that. And then the prompt, right? The prompt. We're going to say... what do I want to do? I want to get a frog. I want to get a frog holding a sign reading epoch. I don't think it'll work. Let's find out. A frog holding a sign reading epoch on a lily pad appears to be real life footage. I mean, that's some pretty crap. That is some crap. But that's what we have to do. I think. Can I do like? Nah, it doesn't. I don't think that works. Okay, it's fine. I don't know how to escape the things. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, so let's give it another blast, shall we? And let's see how it goes now. Into the logs. Just so you know, Black Tom, what I do recommend doing is actually having the RemBG take the video, so you have video loops of your characters from various different angles and whatever, and then you do RemBG to take them away from their background, and then you separately generate the backgrounds, and you can actually do the environmental data in with the characters so that they'll fit better. But so like you can, like, one thing I do is I train some images in my LoRa's which are like literally in the background location. So then I can actually call up those style locations as empty backgrounds without a character. Yeah. So yeah, you can do that. Dragon says, Drift, here is an idea. Why do we all not combine our computing power to fully write, render, animate, and do sound for one of your books and make a movie? I think that would be a welcome thing to try and do. Give it a blast. Look at this thing loading all this stuff. What's he doing? I also think there's a problem with the transformers. There are some issues. There are some issues. Like, look at this. What's this? Tensor torch mesh grid. Oh, I think that's just a warning. This is deprecated. Please access in channels instead of unet config in channels. You see what I mean? They're constantly changing stuff. Hopefully it doesn't mean our generations are cooked. But yeah, that's how the consistency works. You can also use motion laurers to guarantee a specific type of motion, right? And it's possible to train those. So, you know, you could actually have like a bunch of toolkit available. Like, I haven't got that far, okay? So I don't want to promise that feature, but I mean, you know, theory crafting style, you can have motion laurers. We showed them off. In fact, it's time to see the results right now. This was using the spinning Laura, because guess what? It's coffee time. So while I'm making coffee, just in case you are new, you weren't here yesterday or the last couple of days, what we did was we made a flux trained Laura for the character you're seeing. It's shifting styles, which is fine. I didn't curate for a particular style. It's not supposed to be like consistent character. It's just supposed to show the concept, which is taking a first frame and then making that video with LTXV. It works. So it's sort of like, now what we have to do is take it to the next step, which is use the narrative prompt list and actually use the Flux Jaguar endpoint to generate our first frames, and then we have a new script that sits between the two and pieces the outputs together. That's the idea. It's going to take some time to like piece it all together, but I think by the end what you'll have is the ability to load your own Flux Laura, generate your own story for those characters, turn that into a bunch of first frames with video prompts, and then run those video prompts through a generator. And obviously the model can change over time as this develops, but for now it's LTX because it's quick. Ultimately you have an assembler at the very end on your local PC, and all it's doing is it's going, oh, I got a new video, I'll put it in that folder. Oh, I got a new video, I'll put it in that folder. And then at the very end, you assemble your videos. All done. So eventually, with full automation, it will be complete. But at the moment, it's just little bits. But they're powerful little bits. Let's have a look here. Let's have a read of some comments. Dragon says, in theory, we can take cool WAN LoRa's and do generations from them and then train into LTX. That's true. You can build data sets. Apparently there's a way to get 360 character sheets using WAN 360 LoRa. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at it right now. If we generated a T-pose, you could do a 360 that goes around the character, and that's all you need to make your character sheet. And then Black Tom says, from image to video. And that's exactly right. I probably didn't mention this properly. Let's just have a quick look at some of the kit that we've built to show you how that works. So as you can see, if we take a quick look into my Comfy UI, we've got this LTXV095 IP2V. So this is like the core of the final step. So what happens is you actually have... this is the node I've made. It's called Zenkai Image Prompt V2. You have a prompt folder, okay? So you pick the folder. These are all data sets, okay? These are all data sets. So that means every image has a caption, which is its prompt. So whenever whenever an image is pulled, it comes with a prompt. You see what I'm saying? And then they're processed in sequence and sequentially, right? So that means that you start from the first thing and move on. So that's how you make your video. That's how we do our whiteboard. So we have, I use this, not this. yeah, image to video. So anyway, image to video. So the idea is that we're going to use Flux to make a data set of images which come with prompts. So this is the first example of that. So every prompt is coffee time prompt, right, with a different image. And then we've done image to video, and we've loaded an LTX LoRa, and we made the coffee time stuff. That's how it was done. Yeah? I hope that makes sense. And we used the bullet time LTXV safe tensors. That's how we got the spin, right? Very reliable. Okay. So, and then obviously the video effects are just done with my DJZ, pixel sorting, data moshing, what else? Oh yeah, cathode ray effect, VHS effect, V3, and halation blue. So you put all of those together, and then obviously we've got my interlaced upscaler V2, which will take it up by 50% to 1080p. Okay, it does a trick, so this is actually a super efficient upscaler. It's not going to be the best in the world, but, you know, it's really quick for a video upscaler. It's because it only actually upscales half of every image, because it's doing interlacing by adding a row of pixels into every image. It's got a few more additional tricks, like temporal awareness, so it's actually stealing some information from the frames before and after it. There's a bunch of stuff it's doing. It's essentially row interpolation, not frame interpolation. So, you know, like columns and rows of pixels on the image. Anyway, I'm sure you know what I mean. So there it is. That's my interlaced upscaler. Does it show? No, it doesn't show anything. Okay. And then obviously to do the data moshing stuff, it's a RemBG mask to only affect the person or whatever it is, right? These are probably up on my examples, or there will be versions of this in my examples. There's your text stuff, there's the narrator. So again, using Zenkai Prompt v5, we can have all of the lines in our story as well turned into speech, and then that can be read out. Or we can just take a narrator, like this one is just a narrator, so like an audiobook read by one voice, so no character voices, one person reads it all, and it's just going to do line by line as it goes through your story with whatever the custom voice that you cooked in my Kokoro was, and then you get something like this.
The rain plastering his trench coat to his back. The data runner lay sprawled on the grimy pavement, his face a mask of frozen terror. And
so on. So I think you get that. Obviously you can cook your own voices. I've got like a bunch of them. Okay. Right, let's get back to the business. Did it actually make anything or not? Oh no, I didn't. Did I leave it too long? I think I left it too long when I was just talking about everything. No gets. Come on! You've done it before, now do it again. See, I need to figure out, there's a few things I need to figure out, you know, like keeping, like, the timeout of the container and all that stuff. So, we're at $5. I've hit the button. And like I said, it should get about half as cheap if we run Q8, but I haven't got GJF support yet. I think that might be something worth looking into pretty quick. But yeah, it says it was ready, and then I just disappeared. Look, see, it was ready, and then I just sort of went off and did something else, and it went to sleep again. Can't really blame him for that. That's my bad. Oh no. We'll just keep trying it, guys. Because this one is like, what's it called? It's more taxing as well, because I asked for longer and bigger. Should still be able to manage it. It's just a question of actually getting the job in. There's probably things I don't know, like ways of stopping it from just immediately going to sleep. But again, I'm new to the platform. I'm just glad to see the success and then share it with you guys, because I'm sure there's people out there that have been thinking about this, and they can just take the project and build off of that. drift prompts for interference. Well, I remember telling people as a child, I've seen you on TV, haven't I? Interference. And yeah, like old broadcast interlace, exactly, Black Tom. It was based on 720i. I was sat there going, we can generate 720p, but there used to be this thing called 1080i that was just interlaced 720p. And so I told Claude to make me an upscaler that was based on that, and it was so fast. Yeah. Nice. Good move, Black Tom. Like I said, that's the move right now. Like, it's kind of interesting. We can almost, I don't know, it's almost like the Star Trek replicator for code. You know, you just like, computer, make me a thing. You just can't be too greedy because it's not that crazy yet. It will be, but it's not crazy yet. You know what I mean? It's getting there. And I think that one day you will just be able to be like, computer, simulate Windows, and then it'll be Windows. Or you could go, computer, simulate Apple, and it will just be Apple. Do you know what I mean? Like it could self-generate itself, its own running operating system and stuff, just at runtime using like an AI chip. I can see it all coming. But, yeah, right now, if you want to build something, like, oh, I want to build a website. You know what I mean? This is... yeah, anyway. Website's kind of like easy now. Now it's like, oh, you want to build a image generation API with a serverless CUDA backend. Okay, I'll do that for you. Computer, make me a question mark, question mark, question mark. I am actually writing all of these down, by the way. Computer, make me, and then a bunch of question marks. That's what I'll change just slightly. Computer, make me... Has it timed out again already? No, not yet. I'm just going to keep hitting it until it works. It's professional. Right, let's put this on this side. Where's this other one at? Oh my god, what's going on? I hate Windows with this stuff. What are you doing right now? I want this one. No, I just want those two. What's going on? Alright, cool. Okay. API. I choose you. Yeah, maybe I should try using curl. Oh, wait. Because this is the thing. We'll see it do the steps when if I actually manage to get a job in there. Look, model fully ready and ready. Cool. So where's it doing steps? You'll see it come up with 12. You know what I mean? Because it's set for 12 step. No, wait. It's set for 30 steps actually. So you'll see it come up with 20. If I even get a job in there. Maybe this is why the job was set to 30, so that you can spam it. Oh wait, there's one. And it's only 20 for some reason, but there's one. Generate HD. Report round trip. Look at that. Right, quick. 1. Go again. Okay, check the price. $4.16. 75 cents? I don't know. I'm doing another one now. Let's see if it changes. I want to see what the warm price is. Because once I've got it sorted, I don't have to worry about this cold start business. I know there's a way to fix the cold start. It's probably the first thing to try and look into. I didn't ask my mate how he did it, but now I'm pretty much... I think I found a thread. Come on. Oh. The get was okay. Oh, it did it. I'm just not paying attention. Okay, go again. That doesn't look like a cat, and it doesn't look like it's changing the number of seconds to me. What the? We're making horrific beasts. So let me just check that it's actually using the right parameters here. So it should be doing a frog, so something ain't right here. Yeah, it's not actually making a frog at all. Did I? Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to type -HD. So it's still doing the first test. Is it just HD? Yeah. There we go. Okay, now refresh it, because we should see a price now. 416 still. Okay. Okay, sent it. It's making it. 416. I guess I pay when I get it? I don't know. How big is your prompt? It likes longer instructions. I think it's got a built-in prompt optimizer. I'll have to check the code. Because LTX does come with one. And it is using the LLM. I think doesn't LTX use an LLM text encoder? I have good LTX prompts, but right now we're not even. Oh, it's a frog with the thing. And the thing is, I know that if we started with an image made in Flux, so instead of trying to do text to image, image to image. Okay. Wait. It says it's still making an image. Is it lying? So 41 seconds. How much did it cost? 371. So what's that? 40 cents? 40 cents. That's a lot. But then again, we're currently running it on an A140 gigabyte. So I think the first thing we should do to improve this, because it is working. You can see it's working. It's a little bit ropey with actually being online and accepting a call, but if you know it's on and warm, it is good. So there's two things. One, eliminate the cold start. That's number one. That's my number one, numero uno. Okay. Let's just give this a number and get another one. 3. Like this. We'll get one more. And you can see the calls coming in here, look. Pardon me. So let's have a look at the comments. Not by standard, no, you need to add the LLM. Ah, right, okay, so maybe it's not actually in there then. That's okay. I don't mind. Okay, did we get our image back yet? No. Did we get the image back? No. Image back, image back. There it is. So download shards. See, there's bugs in here, right? There's stuff that you can address, and you just copy it into the chat and like, hey, what's this? Can we fix this? But I recommend when you have a stable like this, put it in a git. Commit your gits. Because then you got something to go back to when you screw up. Like what I did last night was I went off on a mad fork to try and implement cause headers so we could actually do web stuff, but Claude was defeated, so I decided not to actually push that. Might start doing like different, you know how the repo has different branches, might start using those, but is this actually going to go ahead? I feel like maybe I missed the window. It's funny, isn't it? We managed to get video out, but I think what it did was it overwrote, one of them overwrote. So that's another thing. So, okay, so file handling. Okay. Output file handling, because I don't want to be overwriting the last thing I just bought, right? GG UF Q8, right? You could even go down to Q4, right? What else have we got? skip layer guidance possible with LTX. What you're talking about is STG, and yes, it's in the prompt. If we take a look at the prompt parameters, this is what you're talking about. It's just it's temps. Well, they call it's different words. Spatial temporal guidance scale, I think, is one way of saying it. But it's the same. Yeah, it's the we've got that in. Luckily, I haven't probably set it right, but like I said, I'm still in like the evaluation phase. It didn't work. Try it again. See, I waited too long. See, oh yeah, that's the other thing. Cold start. We need to eliminate cold start. Okay, so at the risk of spending too long on this, because I just wanted to show you, you know, where things are going, and, you know, the narrative Splatoon could be generating actual shows soon if we keep getting successes. You know what I mean? You never know. You might hit like a blocker or a you know, some kind of barrier might be hit, but we've been doing well so far. It's a little bit ropey though, but I know that when I fixed the Jaguar, it was more reliable. You know what I mean? So I think it's probably just like doing some kind of loop when it doesn't need to. What I probably told it was keep looping until. So, but like I said, we can do some upgrades. So like I said, I haven't changed anything here. All I've done is added my test generate HD. So I am going to throw that up. Okay. Let's see. And then I'm going to take my modal down because I don't need it up anymore. Did we actually get that last bit back? Let's find out. I'm going to see if it's going to give me this one more image. Just one more. Just one more. And the nicest thing about it is, once you've got this set up, and once I say, yeah, this is stable now, guys. The Jaguar is stable, okay? But once I see this is like stable, I'll be like, yep, it's stable now, guys. And it should have all the things, yeah? And then you can have your own profile, run it on hopefully cheap GPU, because we have it on GJuff and stuff. And then it will be cheap and on demand. So yeah, like I said, if we can get rid of the cold start, that means you could be making a request and having your thing back in 5 seconds. See, this is why the video thing is so cool if we can get it right, because the image stuff, even with Flux Schnell, you're talking 20-second turnaround, right, for an image. So being able to get a short video back in half or less is insane. So this is one of the reasons I decided LTXV over something like WAN or Hunyuan, which would get more attention, you know. See, I'm trying to get something done for purpose, you know. And at the moment, you need much bigger hardware, much more cost. This is quicker, cheaper, and we're going to make it as cheap as you can possibly make it. Because the idea is dedicated private endpoint for text to image, image to image, text to video, image to video, and then a bunch of agent assistants that sit all around that if you need them. Because yeah, like I said, I want to make this, once it's all fully working and flawless, I'll be making this available to my client somehow. Probably all you have to do is put the project in your, you know, clone this into your project, and then just say, yeah, you need to make images. Use this script with whatever prompt you need to make the image with. Off you go. Now, there is actually even more you can do with this, because one thing I haven't really shown is, because at the moment, let me just go back to the thing. So at the moment, what we've got is we've got an app that we deploy. There is also Modal Serve. Okay. Now, I haven't poked that too much yet. But what Modal Serve does is it serves your server. So your GPU at home, local box. Now, I don't know if that can have because this might give an ability to make this free for people that have a local GPU. I don't know because I haven't used it, but it looks like you can do modal serve, and then you can use 127.0.0.1 to run whatever app that you build with all of this stuff. Okay. Can I see it? Yeah, it's just aborted. I'm going to stop it now. Because it doesn't need to be up all the time. I'm not actually running a service, you know what I mean? I'm developing it, so every time I push it, it'll bring it back up again. So that one's offline. Alright, so if I go into the documents... Oh, look, it did actually make the image, but I never got it back. Whoops. Whoopsie. Never mind. It did actually make the image, but I never got it back because it timed out. Look, these are things I have to, you know, these are kinks. The way I see it is it actually does work. It's functional. The generations aren't that great, I'll grant you. But that's not my problem here. This is all about setting up, you know, changing the parameters and all this sort of stuff. So it technically works. So, everything else is tuning and refining. But what am I trying to find? I'm trying to find the docs. Okay. And, would it be in guide, maybe? Deployment. Web endpoints, sandboxes. Oh man, they're not making it easy for me to find here. Modal setup. Yeah, I don't remember where I found it now. Oh well. Anyway, the next thing I want to look at, examples. So if I go to to here, accelerated with GPUs, no. View on GitHub, there we go, now we're getting there, right now. Ha 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 ha, look at this one. Open that. That was the thing I remember seeing, a nugget. So now I get to show you some advanced sort of dev that we can do with this now. So I've got this is now my fork. Everybody, we're going to develop a fork of my code, right? So obviously that means, you know, new GitHub, make some changes, right? But just imagine, right? So let's just close everything here. Did I upload that generate thing? Did I upload generate HD? I really should add that generate HD example before I get out of the way. There we go. Yeah, it's not there. Image to vid is untested as well, so that's something. It's just a bit like I need to improve it and wasting money while I'm testing it like this. Because it's like unless you've got it hot, and I need to eliminate that problem. So let's see if we can't look into that, and I'll show you how I would go about it. Yeah. And like I said, it makes it, I think this process, I've tried to make it easy. So, yeah. Tools, live modal, date modified, no. Where's the thing? Blowing my mind, man. Where's that new script at? There. Oh, I see. Yeah. The videos were made after it. Okay. I'm used to it being at the top of the list, so I was like, what the heck's going on here? I forgot all the videos were made, of course. Okay, cool. So, the idea being, we're going to take... Obviously, we're going to have our project here, right? I'll tell it to read the README so it understands. I'll say, read the app, read the README. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is go to this new page that we've got. Cold start performance, okay? And it says modal functions are running containers. Okay, hang on a minute. Warm up containers faster. Execute logic code. Run more warm containers. Keep containers warm for longer. Right, so what I'm going to do, this is what I do, right? Alright. I'm going to yoink all of that. And then I'm going to make a new file called cold start improvements.txt. And I'm just going to smack it in there like that. Get rid of that. So we'll open this and we'll open this. So we've got these three things open on the bar right now. Okay. Let's make this one big. Okay. So again, I've got the README that explains what this project is. I've got the app, which is the main Python that actually does the business. And then I've got the cold start improvements notes. So our prompt would be, as you would imagine, we go to planning stage. We confirm that we've got our budget. I'm actually going to give it a little bit more for this. I find it does help. There we go. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say at README, net new line, at LTXV app, new line, at cold start improvements. So I'm going to say 1, read this, which documents my serverless text to video modal API. Okay. And then 2, read this, which is the core Python script for my app. And then 3, read cold start improvements, which explains how to eliminate or reduce long cold startup times with our deployed app. Okay, put it in plan mode. So really simple. Do you know what I mean? If you break down what it is we want to do, obviously I want him to know what it is I'm doing. I want him to understand what it is with what, you know what I mean? So this is like the core, this is the basic approach. Okay, so I know the solution is in here. Okay, so now I'm going to say use the what's it? Use the cold start improvements instructions to reduce or eliminate the long startup time in our Modal app. I mean, it's like, do you really need to say that? It should be obvious at this point, but okay. Consider the task complete when the app is ready to be deployed. Because obviously that's part of the process. I have to deploy the app, right? So, you know, the last little bits is just like, oh no. It's technically already implied. I'm just trying to give it a little bit more to tug onto. So let's go. And like I said, I think that in the future, when we all have our own agents that we're using running at home, if you don't have a GPU, it's possible to run these things like tools, you know, make image, make video. And I think that it might even be possible ultimately to do it locally for free. And you'd think, well, yeah, but I could just use Comfy for that. And I'm like, yeah, you could. And you could just set up a Comfy API and run it locally. You could do that. Yes, that's true. But it's like, this is going to be more lightweight because it only does one thing. I'm sure it could be done better. I'm sure it could be improved. There's lots of room for further development. I'm just trying to get it like core functionality. So let's see what we can do. Cold start optimization. Currently we use a modal volume. Download the model. First run. Blah, blah, blah. Identify separately. Okay. Enter method optimization. Load model is already modal enter, which is good. We can optimize this. Concurrent file loading. Model components being loaded sequentially. We can use concurrent loading. Memory optimization. We can do memory snapshots. Scale down window. Increase container idle time to reduce cold starts. Nice, we need that. Minimum buffer containers. Configure a number of warm containers to eliminate cold starts entirely. Dynamic warm pool. Set up a schedule to adjust the warm pool size based on expected usage. Optimize model loading. Implement memory. Containers. Warming. Okay, sounds good to me. That's crazy. That's what you want. You want it to stay warm, really, just while you're working with it. You know, you can shut it off when you're done. And then it's like, I'll work when you need me until you shut me down. That's what you want it to be. I'm a little concerned that some of the instructions I gave him caused an unnecessary model loading loop as well. So I am trying to keep an eye on that, but it's a work in progress. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like emergent software. It's like, need a thing. To be honest, it's a testament to how well the pipeline has been designed. You know, if we can just put it together like Lego, which is essentially what this is. You know, if the AI can just piece this together like this, you know, if you're positive about AI, it's impressive, a feat. If you're negative about AI, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. What are you insulting how easy it is to build then? I'm not sure. Because if the AI is bad and it can do this, then what does that say? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, never mind that. Mr. White Avatar is working hard on his Sunday. That's right. We started early because we had so much to do, guys. I just don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I mean? So much to do. But yeah, the plan is very simple. Write the story, project the story backwards, have that story blueprint drive image prompts, which then get converted to video prompts, and those are paired with the outputs from the image prompting, and now you have what I call a whiteboard data set. Not a whiteboard data set, a storyboard data set, which essentially is the first frame of the video you want with the video prompt for what you want. And I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. In theory, because of the fact we've got this API that you can call to, I think in theory it might be possible to just like fully automate it this way, which is a little bit of a pipe dream, I know. I'm sure there's problems, you know. But yeah. Maybe we'll make like an option to use a local comfy or something eventually, which would be the ultimate irony, you know what I mean? Like build everything with without comfy and then just like make it a comfy node. Someone had that idea earlier in the chat. It was pretty good. It's choice. That's tasty. Yes, the output from the flux stage would be a storyboard, definitely. But the trick is that our storyboard would have a video prompt attached to it, and then we've already got a tool. We can just run that through the LTX endpoint. And in theory, if we play our cards right, you'd be able to literally just go, right, generate that story, please. Because my idea is to try and get the prompts to align with the LoRa. So that means that it's going to be like, say you've got a character, it's going to use that character's trigger and name and all, you know, when it's trying to turn it into a video prompt. And because you've got that first frame, you can at least guarantee that it's at least going to be somewhat close to what you wanted. The only issue I've got, right, is that normally you need to make like, I don't know, 100, like, well, I mean, 10, 20 of the same image, and then you want to pick the winner. So even though this is cool, I'm not sure if, because you're going to get bad generations, you know what I mean? Every now and then you're going to get a bad seed. So it might be that while this is cool, it's not quite full, because obviously you're going to have to like go back and be like, oh, that was a bad scene. Can we regenerate that one scene? Yeah. But there's ways around that, but they cost money. So I'm trying to do my best to see what we can do, right? But yeah, the idea is you would get a storyboard minimum, and like with what I'm trying to do with the LTX video stuff, you could just feed that in. So yeah, we use Jaguar to make the first frames, then we build that into a video data, an image data set, sorry, image prompt, so storyboard data set. and then run that. So anyway, right, time to deploy, guys. So it's changed everything. The scale down window is 5 minutes. Minimum containers 1. Buffer containers 1. And we've got dynamic warm pool management. So more during peak and fewer off peak. You need to get that the other way around, mate. Retry logic for model downloads. Improved error handling. Okay, that sounds great. Sounds great. Let's try it out. So I'm going to reject him and cancel him because his job is done for now. And we are going to deploy. Ah, crap. What did you do? Which is good though. I like this. This is good. Okay, so what do? We copy the error back to where we started it, just there, like that. Control C. And I go back to plan mode, and I say, we receive this error when we... Wait, I need to start that again. When we... And it's build... Forgotten what it is. Modal deploy LTXV app underscore app.py. Yeah, there. When we do that, we receive this. I spelt it wrong. There. Okay, modal deploy, and oh no, he broke it, guy. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll go plan, and we'll get him to fix that. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. You know? So I'm glad we got to see that, because I get to show you, you know, what happened. He broke it. So what do? We tell him to fix it, and he fixes it. So this is what he said. Look, replace the snapshot configuration from this to this. So basically snapshot name needed to be in uppercase, and all instances of stub with app. So stub needs to be app. Okay, sounds good to me. An easy mistake to make. Dude, I broke an entire architecture just by putting a comma in the wrong place. You know? I'm not throwing shade. He's doing great right now. And it's kind of crazy because when you know where the documentation is to do something, and you can just give it to him, like here's everything you need, go ahead and let him do it. When he manages to do it, there's something about it which is so nice. There's something nice about that. Okay, so he reckons he's done it again, so we're going to cancel him again, and we're going to repeat. Let's see if it's still broken or if it actually deploys. Oh, still broken. Something else is wrong. So let's copy all the errors. Wait, that's not all the errors. Don't want to confuse him now. There we go. Okay. When we run modal deploy LTXV underscore app.py, we receive this error. I wish I could just have stuff like that on like a shortcut, because I swear I type that like all day. Put it on plan. So let's just see, is he doing the same problem many times? Let's have a look. So it had the error snapshot name. No, stub has no attribute snapshot name. Now it's saying got an unexpected keyword argument snapshot, right? Okay. It might be I need to give him more information. So let's see, you're using an older version of Modal. So I need to upgrade Modal. It's going to break everything, isn't it? Oh, it could be. Okay, so how do we find out? Well, obviously we've got the version in our requirements, but I want to check, what do they say? Reference. What's the current version? How do I find out? 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 What is the current modal version? Anybody? No idea. I don't know. Modal 1.0 migration guide. Aha! Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's yeah, that's fun. Oh man, they've deprecated the build decorator. Oh my gosh. Def download weights. Yeah, I use that. Look up deprecating modal GPU. Oh, well, I'm doing it the new way. Okay. So it could be that I've got some, like, mismatched code. You know, like, some of it's new, some of it's old. I don't know. There's a generate with mochi here. That's interesting. But that's because it's native. Okay, right. No, I can't do that. It's not... Yeah, it's not mochi. Right, we'll get there. We'll get there. So, memory snapshot feature syntax changed. Use standard cold start optimizations that are definitely supported. Keep concurrent model. Keep container warming. Keep dynamic. Remove memory snapshot. So I need to find out about this memory. That's what I need to find out about. I need to find out more about this memory snapshot stuff. That was... Where is it? It's this one. I'm looking at it right now. Refer to the memory snapshot. Found it. Copy that. Go here. New file. Memory snapshot. Improvements. Not text. Okay. And then we save it. Come back here and say read at memory snapshot thing. Okay. Correct the implementation of memory snapshot. Let's go. Yeah, I think with the whole prompt sequence idea, the thing to remember is if you try to do too many complicated things, it gets difficult. And also, remember, if I could generate a 5-minute long video that has a narrative, there's nothing to stop you from coming in and going, that one scene is bad, I'll generate that one scene and replace it. That's just editing. So actually, it's not a big deal. As long as more than half of the scenes come out good, you've got like a starting point to just go in and add a bit here, add a bit there. Oh, that scene was bad. I'll generate another one the same length, which is the same, and then put it over the top. I think no one will even know, because by the time you've finished, it's just a cut. It's just a cut to another clip. Okay? No one's expecting you to do Steven Spielberg with one continuous shot for 10 minutes, you know? Most people, if you actually look at a lot of TV, it's rare to have 5 or 6 seconds of one lingering shot, unless it's like establishing or focused on a thing, you know, just normal run-of-the-mill scene sequence. Often it's like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, which is why if you get creative, it's actually not too bad. We'll see what happens when we start putting things together, obviously, but So let's have a look at this. Thank you for providing me with this. Now I know exactly how to implement snapshots. So we're going to replace our current implementation with the official approach. Remove custom snapshot and snapshot app. Add enable memory snapshot true and the decorator. Split our model loading into 2 phases. Enter first phase load model into CPU memory. Second, move to GPU after snapshot restoration. What? Hang on a minute. It loads the model into CPU while creating the snapshot, and then it moves the model to GPU after the snapshot. So this is like sleep mode. This is like sleep mode for the container. Or hibernate almost. That's so cool. Mate, I hope this works. I know that I've seen it I've seen it done on another project, which I'm working with a team. Move models to GPU. I built most of it, but they made it so much better by adding a bunch of stuff. So this is interesting. All right, go, 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 go. And don't break it this time. If stub was defined as none instead of an object with snapshot name, remove the duplicate definition. Good idea. I think it may have done that already. I think it replaced stub with LTXV everywhere. We'll get there. I think that basically my implementation was a bit weird. Stubby. My implementation was stubby. We're getting there. Nearly coffee time again, guys. Man, my legs are getting tired tonight. It's all part of the push. Stay up on stage. Please like the stream. If you're enjoying what we're doing and you keep coming back, why not let YouTube know? Because otherwise we don't exist. And it never happened. And we just changed our name as well, so if you managed to actually find us, I'm super happy about that, because we were 5 Below 5 UK and now we're Scuffed Epoch, and it was a good decision, but obviously it does confuse the SEO just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh. Oh. I hope that if Claude stumbles, he'll pick himself up. Indeed, stop dooning and join the Discord. Do you know what? It's coffee time. Do you know, it's weird? I got 2 clocks. And they're both set to Windows time, but for some reason one of them is faster than the other. Like I just hit 1958, but the other one's still on 1957. I thought they were all supposed to sync up. What's going on here? It's a conspiracy. Maybe it's time dilation. It's probably just broken Windows clock. How's it doing? I'll create the new app using write to file. Ah, he's using write to file. That's expensive. You see, when it does replace in file, he just adds the little bit that you just did. But when it does write to file, often what happens is he makes the entire file again from scratch if you're not lucky, and obviously that costs like 100 times more. And I'm not joking, it's literally 100 times more because for the output tokens. Yeah, you don't need him to rewrite what you already had. You just need him to add the little bit. So you needed to add... coffee. Ooh, I got wagon wheels. Oh, anybody want one? Wagon wheel, anyone? Wagon wheel. Wagon wheel time. We have to get in touch with who makes these. Gonna have to get in touch with recyclenow.com. I'm pretty sure that's not who, but hey, there's nothing else on the wrapper, so what am I gonna do? I guess recyclenow.com makes wagon wheels. Goes well with the coffee. Right. Hello, everyone. So, yeah. We are attempting to implement broken stuff. What did you do? I'll fix the file by completing the truncated batch generate method. Oh. That's not a word you want to see. Truncated. You don't want to see him apologizing and saying stuff like, oi, he just deployed in 2.3 seconds. What? Okay. I think he's in control. He just deployed and it was successful, so. Now he's going to test it as well. I'm just going to keep eating my wagon wheels. Oh, look, he's actually running it now. Look at that. Proceed. He didn't need me to do anything, really. So, while he tests it, you can just stuff your face. There it is. I'm gonna need to see. We're running out of money. This expensive, yo. That's okay. Oh, runner terminated. Uh-oh. What? He said he's done it. He said he's done it, but it said fail. Oi. Well, I guess I just have to test it then. Okay. Test HD, go. He may have broken everything, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not seeing any movement, guys. It's not good on her. It's not moving. It's a bit worrying. Did we break it? I think we might have broken it. Hang on. Alright, let's say... we can alter the test script if needed. Magic. Oh wait, it is sending a prompt. Error connecting to endpoint, but it is sending a prompt, but there's nothing here. The runner's been terminated. Hang on, am I looking at the wrong one? Nope, it's terminated. Wait, what? Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. I saw it say, look, it said right here that it just deployed it. but according to the log, it hasn't been deployed in the last 20 minutes. What? Is this a test deployment? No. This page must be out of date. No. Man. 728. Last time it got a request was a while back, so let's try it again. I don't think it's just runner terminated. That's fun. So I've got nothing to go on. Do you know what? I think what I've got to do is, I don't know. It's like it didn't actually push the thing. All right, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, make this bigger, please. Man, that deployed fast. Isn't that suspicious? Wait a minute. Has something changed? No. Info condition batch generate reload. No, it's the same. Unrecognized. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put in -- URL. I always do that. Model is loading from volume. Okay, so maybe the test script I used before was broken or something? I don't know. Let's find out. This is why I asked him, should we update the scripts? He's like, oh yeah, there is actually. Add an option to run multiple sequential tests compared to... Yeah. Okay, 26 seconds. Right, so we got a video back. Video back, video back. It's a mess. A cat playing with a ball of yarn, allegedly. Okay. And it came back in how long? 23 seconds? Go again. I need to put in the file handling thing as well. I think we should do, let's see, stretch goal, file handling. We can improve the output file handling to add a timestamp to append a timestamp to the to the saved output video file name. Be specific. Always to every. Should have done that ages ago. These videos are horrific. I'm not too bothered though, because that's just tuning the settings. I'm not too bothered about that. And the prompt. Again, you guys pointed it out, you know, we could put a better prompt in. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get performance and things like that down. So, would you like me to proceed? Yes. Okay. This runner says it's terminated, but it is making stuff, so I think this is just lies. No, look, runner terminated. What? I don't get it. Am I looking at the wrong version or something? What's going on here? Very confusing. Look, generate video. Success. Executed in 41 seconds. Still some errors, but we can figure them out. said, we're cooking on the gas. Warm container pool testing. That's what I want to... So that'll give me a sequence of prompts. Maybe I'll put some good prompts in this time, you know? All I got to do is grab them from my other repo. Hang on. So, DJZ nodes, into the prompts folder, and then down to the LTXV. LTXV, let's see, which is the one that we like best? It's dialogue close-ups, of course. What's it doing? Yeah, this is the file I need. Oh, he's editing it. Okay. Don't touch. Hands off. Hands off, Johnson. First run will create a snapshot. Subsequent runs should be faster. Cold start should load CPU, then transfer to GPU. This may take a while for cold start. Oh shit, it's already doing it. Bruh, I haven't even got to the console yet. Slow down. Where? I'm not even at the right place. Hey, we can see it. Look at this. Boom. Look at this. Yeah, this looks good. VAE, transformer, scheduler, text decoder, take a patch of fire. Yeah, look at that. It's going for it. How we doing? Uh-oh, something didn't work. Don't worry about it. You're using the wrong path, bro. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. You're using the wrong path. Just stop. You've done enough. So what's happening? Get okay, get okay. Downloading shards. I don't even know. Right, so have we got new files? Oh, we got videos with timestamps. That means it worked. Again, image quality. Not so bothered about that. Right, so let's change the prompt then. So where did it do it? I think it changed test generate. Which is fine. So let's change this prompt to something which is friendly for LTX, like that. And then we're going to also change the number of frames to 73 because this is just far too slow. Also going to change this to 30. Also, I need to look up my SDG settings from Comfy. I forgot. Why has it got a problem with that? String literal is unterminated. What, as in it needs a comma? What are you talking about? It's unterminated. Hang on. Oh. Derp. I was like, what? And it derped out. That's okay. Save that. Right. Cold warm test. Look at this. Let's go. Cold warm test. Ooh. Oh. Time since script starts. Waiting for model to generate. Memory snapshot info. Model is loading. This all could just be orchestrated nonsense, but how are we doing? We're generating video. Model successfully moved to GPU in 22 seconds. Hell yeah. So look, model loaded to CPU in 110 seconds. Snapshot created. Boom. 20. Dude, we just went from 110 to 22 seconds. That's just insane. What is that? A reduction of 6? No. It's nearly 6. It's more than 5. It's more than a 5 times reduction. So say you were paying $3 an hour. You know, part of that $3 an hour is 4/5 that. You see what I mean? So by eliminating that, this is crazy. So it doesn't make it instant, but it gets the load time from whatever it was. It was quite a lot before. You can see it in here. It would say, look, 282 seconds, right, is what it was taking. And remember, we're doing 3 seconds at 720p as well. So these aren't short videos. Look, it's going to take a minute to generate them. So this is like a good chunk of gen. You know, it's not just a test gen anymore. Look at that. Moving model from CPU to GPU. That's so crazy. So it keeps a snapshot of the model and just swaps it from CPU to GPU, and it's like 5 times quicker. That's nuts. Because obviously we're not talking about gen time right now. We're talking about cold start, hot start, all that. Uh-oh. Did it fail? Did it fail? It failed. Let's try again. Try again. So why did it fail? Did it time out? It looked like it was making them. Maybe it can't make 2 at once and I need to be more reasonable. Maybe I'm just cooking all my credits. Live usage 3161. Yeah, so we've gone into billing territory now. That's okay. So the next thing on the shopping list is GGUF, so that we can run this on a smaller GPU. And that will halve my costs and make it more practical for everyone to use. I will make a new repo which has got the cold start fix, because I basically, rather than committing to one project, I tend to just keep moving. So then we've got like something to go back to if I want to go in a different direction. So, although, no, actually, I will push this to the original repo, and what we'll do is we'll make a new repo that supports GGUF. That makes more sense. Make a GGUF version of this, and then push what we've just done to the main repo so everybody gets this cold start stuff. But I want to see it actually work, though, because at the moment, it did work. It did work, but we haven't had another video for a while. So we need to figure out what's going on there. Look, it says get OK. See, these, we already had those. We haven't had the man, so I need to see a video, otherwise I won't push anything. Because there's no point, is there? You're just breaking stuff that worked before. But I think part of the problem here is I think I just need to run one. So when I do my test request, yeah, look, it's already gone. Just do one. Because as you can see, oh, no, see, look, the get's there. I'm not receiving anything now. Whoops. Let's try again. I just want one cornetto. I don't think I even made the video big, so it should be fast. I don't know. Did I make the video big? Nope. I just made it longer. I reckon it's going to take a minute. I reckon it could be faster than this. I wonder why it's slow. Because 640 by 480 for 3 seconds shouldn't take... It should be much faster than that. I'm guessing that the A100 is like older now. So it's actually slower than a 4090, which is what I'm used to. So I think that maybe that's, you know, because when you have time estimates in your head, it's what you're used to, isn't it? So the first thing is, what's the timeout on this? Is there a timeout on this? Timeout is 90 seconds. So we're going to change that to 150. And go again. I'm going to get it. This is ironic, like. going to take a minute, but it doesn't actually send the video back. I'm getting there. But it is doing it. It is doing the snapshot business. Or it was. Now it's just hot. Because I keep on asking it for files and then I keep on terminating the connection before I actually get it back. It's funny though, I had it on 90 seconds and it says it took 74. But then it times out, so, wow. Figuring it out. $25. 20. Ah, oh, come on. How is it timing out so fast? What, does this actually do anything? I'm starting to wonder if this actually does anything. Timeout 600 if cold test, else 300. Right, let's give it another blast. Come on, I believe in you. You can see it there. You can even see the gets. I wonder if it's like there's a problem with receiving the image now. The video even. So you can even see the get. 72 seconds. And there's two of them as well, which is a bit weird. Why is there a 20 and a 30? Something's weird's going on here. What's this? Oh, if no prompt provided, auto prompt. Okay, fine. Error connected to API, no results, and it killed itself. So, alright. So, what happens if I just do that one? The last one. It sends the job. Look, it's immediately making it. But why is it so big? Oh, because it's a huge HD thing. I'm surprised I even got any of them back now. With the trouble I'm having with it suddenly. 3 minutes and 46 seconds it says it's going to take. Ugh. Ugh. Let's hammer it with another one. One of them's going to be quick, one of them's going to be slow. Yep, that's what's going down. I think one of them is just an old log or something. I don't know. It's weird. Better not time out. God damn it. Gone modal. I tell you what. It would be nice to get a video back though. Pray with me. I bet this one's timed out already. See, it did say model is loading that time, but it's still timed out. It's weird. It's like I'm making them, but I'm not getting them back. It worked, and then it didn't work. There are errors here, but I've been getting them forever. Restoring function from memory snapshot. Moving model from CPU to GPU. Yeah. Cool. And then it claims to make video, but I don't know if it really is, guys. I'm not sure. I remain unconvinced until I actually see an output. I know it's worked a couple times, but since we did this thing, I mean, I did get some videos because remember we added the timestamp to it, but I'm not seeing an actual output. Remote end closed without response. It's not good. It's not good. Error connecting to API. So I can see it making the images, the videos, but for some reason I'm not getting them anymore. Okay. Okay. Pattern test generate. Okay. Right. So plan. Okay. I can see the videos being generated on the server server console. However, we do not receive the video and the request is timing out. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. Let's find out if he missed another comma. It's weird the duplicate log didn't go away. Isn't slower when you batch more videos at the same time? Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. The idea is that it spins up multiple containers for each job. That's why you test two at once. It's not supposed to make them both with one. So that's why I suddenly burned through a load of money, because I was running two GPUs at once. Doubled my costs. But I'm doing this so that I can get to it being quick and snappy, and then when we fix it for using GGUF, and then you've got like a super fast and cheap. So let's have a look here. So it could be that the base 64 video is huge, right? Lower resolution, fewer frames. Modify the server to review turn chunks of the video. Implement async generation. Increase the timeout. Reduce video quality parameters. Consider implementing a more robust async solution. So that's what I have to do. Yeah, we're going to do that one. It's going to be a bit of a change. Hopefully it doesn't break everything again. So let's see what he's going to do. He's gonna add a job store. Okay. Job IDs with timestamps. Job metadata. Okay. Submit job. Job status. Job result. Cool. So we can submit a job. And then we can do job result, job ID, and get that video back. I like that. Implement a job processing system that runs video generation in the background, handle job queuing, and then provide detail. Yeah, this is what we really need. We need a worker, really, don't we? It's funny, because normally you just go, add a worker. And now we've got to, like, build it ourselves. Modify scripts, implement smart waiting, add timeout parameters, ability to resume or retry failed jobs. Sick. Task queuing, proper error. This is very experimental. I like it. Right, give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to check a leak. Loose lips sink ships. But I'm back. Alright then, so what have we got? We are writing code, we are doing things. So yeah, private video API. Not bad. We're gonna add asynchronous job system. Cool. Furnicar, I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. Hal in 2001. Yeah, have you ever noticed how, like, futurism and movies like that, they don't really go far enough? They'll be like, Blade Runner, you know, 20, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's not even that far away, guys. I feel like we're going to be in 2070, like, in no time. You know? What is it? Yeah, it's not even that far. It'd be funny to see it, though. I'll be like, where's my cyberpunk bits? Right, let's get on with this thing. Isn't Star Wars in a far, far place, far, far away? It was a long time ago as well, so I can only imagine the problems they have today, you know? It says it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but they're all far, far away. All galaxies are far, far away, so it's the long time ago bit that gets me. That's cool. It's like it keys into the ancient aliens thing, you know? Fireball XL5, what's that? Oh, hello, what are we doing? Oh, no, we're still writing scripts. Test async. Yeah, okay, LTX async app. Ooh. The other thing that AI is bad at is it doesn't really tell you. Say it rewrites a script, it'll just make a new script for something with a different name, but then it'll like have done that three times, you know. So you'll end up with a bunch of dead stuff that is like not relevant. Got to watch out for that. Fireball XL5 was before Thunderbirds. Interesting. I was a Captain Scarlet kid. I used to watch that when I was having my dinner after school. Cool story. He can't die. Very cool. He can't die. And all that stuff. Deploy async. Oh my god. What the heck? Man. Look at all this stuff it's made. So it's got job status, job results, submit job. Oh, this is so much better than it was before. I hope it works. Jerry Anderson. What's this? Why does it want to make a token? What are you talking about? It wants to make a new token. I mean, okay. Python -m space modal space token space new. I think he's decided it's a new project now. Yes. So it's now... I already did that though. Stop it. Pillock. He's told me nothing. Okay. I'm just gonna intuit. What the heck? No. I was clicking here. Right. So Python. Not Python. Wait, no, it is Python. Yeah. Python space deploy async.py. I think what he's done is he's built me a deploy script now, which has all the... Oh! The app it's defined on is not running. What have you done? What have you done? Hang on. Image with source. What? Is this two apps in one now? What has he done? So first of all, let's just deploy the actual app again. Which is done in like record time. So now does it work? No. So what the heck? For information, go to Modal 1.0 migration. You see what I mean? This is... Yeah, it's Modal. Do you wanna... Yes. Oh boy! It's just what I always wanted. Modal 1.0. Modal 1. Wait a minute. 1 migration dot text. He's baiting me with the labyrinth. Where'd it go? 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 I just made the thing. Where'd it go? Why can't... There it is. Now. Okay. So let's see what the state of play is, because is it actually working? Yes, it is working. Do we actually get a video? Ooh, what the heck? It's like bumpy as hell. Okay, so ignore the bottom line. I think that's frozen. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why it's suddenly slow again. Maybe it dumped it because I pushed it again, maybe? So, deploy async. What is this? What is this? It's like a completely different thing. Do I have to make a second modal? Is that what they're doing here? What the trying to figure out what the hell it's telling me to do. Because it looks like it's a different app. Test async. Thing. Tips. Simple test of deployment. Waiting for the model to generate, and it's loaded CPU to volume. Okay. I'm so confused. It's okay though. Change my prompt again. It's like every time I put a prompt in, he just generates a new... Nah, I'll do what I want. So restoring function from memory snap. Yeah, so the first run after deployment is always slow. And then after that, you get the speed up benefit. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Obviously, when I'm developing, that means I'm just going to get the slow every time I rebuild it, but it's fine. So what I'm thinking... Yeah, this didn't work. It didn't work. Probably because it needs to be done with async, but the problem is I got to wait for first runs, so it's like you just get false negatives if you're not patient. So what's it say here? Move to GPU in 38 seconds. Nice. Now we're actually... Ooh. It looks like one of these is making... Yeah, I think that's just like broken. It's just been there forever. But yeah. Whoa. Oh no, wait, no. It moved. So what the hell is the other one? I only sent one job. Oi! Stop hammering my API, you goons. No, I don't think it's you lot. It should have a token that you need, but what do I know? Maybe somebody has just like stream sniped. Oh, you! Oi! Stop running! Oi! Stop using my API, damn it! You could probably find out if someone was doing that. I don't think they are. I'm just joking around. Yeah. Look, see, it's back to 4:14. Yeah, whatever. This must be like a broken job or something. I don't know. But this is the video that's being made. Problem is, you're never going to get it, right? Okay. So the video completed. What's this say? No, it's not. There's nothing to do with it. Alright. Go now. Two, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why it's so slow. It's very slow. Like I said, we can work on that. Because it's not a big video and it's not a long video. So, unless it's using like... Unless I put it to 1280. No, I didn't, look. I think I might put it back to 25 just for testing, because I'm not trying to like cook myself here. It's like, come on, man. The timeout's supposed to be 5 minutes, and it times out after like a minute. Lies. Yeah, look, disconnected. It's evil. Getting disconnected before it finishes. Haha, did you hear the gate? Yeah, he's here. He actually left and he's come back. Right, let's try it again. So this is just basic functionality. This isn't even like... Okay, so we'll go for 25 frames. I could have put it to 20 steps as well, just to make it even quicker. Because I'm fed up of all these failures. Still nothing. If you time out in the next 5 seconds... I'm waiting. We got our first video in ages. Not amazing, but we got our first video back. Okay, that's cool. So, how do I use the new... Right. Okay. We can write a new readme-async.md which explains how the async version works and which explains how the async version works, how to use the async version. What's the other stuff? Oh yeah, instructions for testing the async. Yeah, that will do. Because I'm looking at it, it works. But like, I'm not really sure. Test async. This script demonstrates the thing. Async output with a timestamp. Yes, cool. But what's the prompt and stuff? And things. Prompt. Height. So, what do I have to do? See, I don't know. He might have decided I need to put like an option. Parameterized. Pardon me. I'm not really sure like what. I'm not really sure what. Whether it's like a config or. Because the thing is, the prompt got closed early because he started going crazy and starting to try and run silly commands, so I stopped him. Yeah, he's my bro's here working on his Doritos. Here we go. See, because he made me this whole new cool async version, and then like just went there. Forgot to tell me how he went. There we go. Look, yeah, that's what I thought. But I can't just like guess. You can't just intuit. You need to be told. How did you want me to use this? Because right, what are you talking about Node.js for? Hey, why is there Node.js? Why? It's still going on. Holy crap. 100% success rate, he said. Be careful, mate. I'll be careful. Whoa. Okay, right. So where is the file? There it is. Okay. Submit job, create job, return job, background, next job, generate video, save job, return video. Wow, 12 steps. God damn. Job store, modal volume, yes. Snapshots, modal CLI, token new, deploy async. Ah, see, I knew it. He does. He wants me to. Deploy. Wait, what? Hang on. This will create necessary. This will deploy. I think this supersedes the old project. If it even works. It didn't work last time, it just crashed out. Yeah, it's just crashed out. I feel like something's missing here. Modal 1.0 migration. Do you reckon that's what it is? It wants us to do that. Because I can't deploy this, basically. It's just being refused. Right, so let's... Python deploy async, Control C. Let's just kill these. And we're going going to say? Plan. There's all the stuff. We receive these errors when we Python deploy -async.plan. Read at Modal 1 migration. It may contain information relevant to solving this deployment issue. Okay. Put that second. 1, 2. It definitely needs a queue system. So if he wants to make a queue system, I'll let him make a queue system. I do think I could probably make my life easier by doing the GJUF stuff first. But because we've been having problems with posting, see if this doesn't work, just so give you a bit of insight, if this doesn't work, what I do is I just go back to the last commit, git clone the last stable copy, and then go in a different direction. So I'll do GJUF first instead with the file handling this time. And then when that's stable, I'll clone that down and try to do this cold start eliminate. No, wait, we've done cold start elimination. Now we're doing jobs and stuff. So I probably should have done a commit back when we fixed cold start. So that's probably bad practice on my part. I don't remember us doing that, so. But to be honest, although we did get some images back, it's still a bit ropey, you know what I mean? I'm not getting images back every time. We've had one image back and it, you know. So I'm not, like, impressed by that, if that makes sense. Anyway. But certainly the cold start stuff is working on the current, like, whatever's up there right now. So, and that is technically this one. What it's done is it's basically forked my app, and now we've got a completely new app, which that's what it wants me to push this one now. But it wants me to use a script to do it. So let's have a look at this problem. According to migration guide, we need to change a couple of things. One script. Our script is trying to use LTXV async app without adding it to the image. Function has not been hydrated with metadata. What the hell? I've never read this in my life. It needs to run on Modal because the app is defined on is not running. Suggests our app needs proper initialization. See, because I don't fully understanding. Is he trying to run an async version of my app, or is he running an async wrapper of my app? That's, it doesn't really, you know, he hasn't really made that clear. If I go to the thing and go back to apps, I've just got that LTX video model. So it hasn't like made like another one that's async, you know. I think he's just trying to make me deploy a different script as that one. So this is like abrogative or abrogative, however you want to say it. Superseding, you could say it like that. But anyway, let's just let him get on with it. So it says the Python, so module auto-manting deprecation, Modal's dropping support for automatically including local Python modules and container. Our script is trying to use LTX async without adding it. Function has not been hydrated because the app it's defined on is not running. Main fix will involve modifying how we define the image. Currently, we say image modal.image.debian slim. We need to change it to image with source. Modal image Debian Slim, add local Python source LTX async app. Okay. That's what they want to do. And that's what we're going to do. Python deploy async. Nice. Okay. So, what we're going to do, we're going to make another page. Should I base it on music? Yes. Can I just duplicate this? Yes. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to call this one CYOA. CYOA Jovian 1. Cool. No. Oh, crap. That's a bit tricky, isn't it? Oblo 1 0. I mean, yeah, sure. Update. Open that. Okay. There's the next thing we're going to do. And then I'll just edit it. I'll just change it. Change it up. Alright. Now I know that probably doesn't make much sense because you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just working on something else because this thing is just like chuckle. This one is just chuckle fugging himself while he's trying to, I don't even know, what's this say? Did he just write a deploy again? No. App has no attribute deploy. Yeah, he did. He actually tried to write, what are you doing? Look at this! Volumes exist, yes. App deployed, no. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it's coffee time already? I can't. Oh, he's still going. Alright. It's time. Again. What the hell? Look at him go. He's like, do this, do that. He's got a shopping list of stuff. Oh, man. It's funny, people were saying, oh, don't you worry about, the AI tells you what to do and now it controls your life. And I was like, you ever heard of sat-nav? There's a lot of people being led around by AI for about 20 years, actually. Yep. Although it does remind me of the first episode of Ghost in the Shell, where some guy gets his eyes turned off and he crashes his car and dies, through a remote hack. I'm like, we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Someone could turn the eyes in your Tesla off remotely, in theory. Can't turn your eyes off, but they could take... You know what I mean? So it's funny, isn't it? Stuff just becomes real, if you're not careful. You don't have robot eyes yet, but you've got a car with robot eyes, so... Anyway, whatever. Okay. It was coffee time. Do you know what I might do? I might have it set up so sometimes it just plays backwards. I wonder, is that like a thing? Can you make it go 100% backwards? No, you can't. What happens if I go into filters and add one there? What's that say? No. What about here? I don't think that's a thing. Wow. I didn't know that. Okay, so you have to have a reversed version of it and then play that instead. Okay, cool. Anyway, we're back. So, look at this. Python migrate. So to deploy, look at this. Look at what he's given me. It's done a bunch of stuff. Migrate Modal, a simplified deployment script designed for Modal. Verify deployment and then deploy async. All of this for Modal 1.0. And there's a deployment document that explains it all. I'm not sure if his intention is to create up a separate app now and run two at once, or what. He hasn't really made it very clear. But what he has made clear is, I should run this. So let's run. Oh dear. What are you doing, my guy? That doesn't make sense. Look. So it says deploys thing. Oh, and it goes option 2. Well, this didn't work. If this doesn't work, use this. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's do that. If all else fails, which it did, you can do this. All right, all right, all right, all right. Cool. Let's do that. It's not like good when everything keeps breaking. What? Okay, now that actually updated. That actually did deploy. What the hell is all this about? Creates volumes if they don't exist. Verifies deployment. Okay. So what have we got? We got a mount. We got a function. We got an endpoint. Job status info. Job result. Submit job. Okay. All right. So we've done that. And then verify deployment. Okay. I've never... Okay. Let's try it. Oh. Huh? All right. I mean, I'm confused. I think we might have cooked it, but let's give it a go and see what happens. Where the hell is it? Here we go. Oh, yeah, it's busted. Look at this. Submit job failed with exit code 1. Okay, I've got something. After deployment, we run test-async.py and receive the error. Cool, man. Let's have a look. 5.7 million tokens up, 77,000 down, and 121 in the mix. 1,000 tokens, that's $7. So nearly a coffee and a half. 1.5 coffees. I've drank 3 tonight. Well, obviously I don't pay that kind of money for coffee at home. But there is a going market rate on these things. It ain't cheap. So what's this saying here? A mismatch. All right, yeah. So the test was out of date. That's okay. I can deal with that. 6 million tokens. So while it's working on that, let's work on something completely different. It's not really. It's kind of like adjacent, I guess. So... Right, so while it's chugging away in the background, let's keep an eye on it. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. So my idea is to turn this page into a choose your own adventure setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip out. I'm going to scoop out a lot of stuff. So no. Showcase. Radio. There we go. Section class home. Right. So you've got an IR thing there. Right. Sections, and there's divs inside them. Okay, that's a good place to start. So what I'll do is yeah. No, it's too far. Probably down to there. Okay, much better. So now we've got like a bit in the middle and a bunch of crap to clean up. So why is the gallery down there? Something's broken. Section, div, section. Looks good to me. So, how did... Oh, no, that's correct. It's just another one down the bottom. That's good. So basically what I've got here is I've got a div, which has got this icon here and everything, right? So let's say I'm going to use a different class. So we got home cards, right? So let's just change this up a little bit. So this is going to be chapter, right? Chapter 0, for example, right? And if I then go to my project, so tools, CYO demo, Uno demo, Jovian V2, page 0, whoops, let's just grab that, and then instead of a, well, yeah, there, like that, boom. Now obviously it's a bit screwed up at the moment because of the formatting, so how about I just use a placeholder class? Oh boy. Maybe not do that. So we need to modify that class to make it page width. So then I can have an image for the page, text for the page, and then the idea is at the bottom of the page, the next one. So look at how big this is. I probably should do better than that, but this is a template that we're working on. So ahref, it should say the word visit there. So if I go turn to page 1, whoops, turn to page 1, and then like that. No, that. Save it. So now we've got a link. So obviously right now it's set up to be like multi-grid. So I've just changed one of the grids to be the entire page. So my idea is to then open up the style.css and clone the showcase. No, not showcase. Crap, I changed the page. Go back. Right. The idea is to... fiddle in. It's, come on. It's in the showcase class, right? So if I do a search for showcase, here we go. Here's showcase class, right? Now, what I want to do is literally just copy that. And then above it, doesn't matter really, but just make a new class called Story class. And let's see, width, height, Johnson banner. Hang on a minute. I've got the wrong class. Hold up. Let me just check my code again. Section div. So it's a div in the showcase section. Yeah, home card. Right. So style. Home card. I think it might be. Where's the div rule? Hold up. So you have a section class called home cards. Ah, I'm being a nutcase. So yeah, it's home cards, not yeah. So I need to copy the home cards, all of them, the whole thing. Okay. Back on track. And then we're going to call this story. And we'll say story page. And then we'll have to change the values to suit what we want to see. And most of it is just the width restriction so that they're all like cards. So I'm just going to basically turn that off. So if we look at the CSS, it says display grid. Columns repeat 4. You see? Now the funny thing is, how about I just say 1? And wait a minute, 1 FR. I think that is going to need adjusting as well. I don't think it's... Yeah. Look. You can't do that. So what are you talking about? Mind you, I don't know if it actually... hang on. So here are the options. You got block, contents, flex, grow, inline block. Look at all this. Subgrid, table, table row. Let's say block for fun. And then get rid of the grid stuff. Okay. And now if I go back to my source code and then change home cards for story page. Now obviously we could adjust this. Okay, now I think the image is going to be a problem. No, actually, there we go. That wasn't hard. I thought it'd be harder than that. Turn to page 1. So we probably want a BR under that. Right, so you see here we've got our turn to page 1. Just whack in a BR space self-closing line break. Save that. Boom. Where is it? Oh no, we need to. That's okay. Some browsers don't understand what the hell they don't understand. So now we've got a nice little gap there. Breaks it up. Okay, so you've got to do it double. New line and then a new line, right? Not just a new line and a new line. If you just ask for a new line, there's no gap, of course. Chrome base. So obviously we'll get a different image for every page. That's the idea. Each chapter gets its own page and we'll generate them with Flux. So this will be a fun little side quest. Let me just check the thing here. How are we doing on this side of things? I don't want to let the iron get cold. Okay, so what do I do? Created migrate modal 1. Okay, do you know what? You do it. I've had enough. You do it. Dark mode for the site. Yes. Yes. Oh, if you've ever... Do you know what? If you've never been, it's probably nearly £5 for a cup of coffee now, and that's not even with, like, extras. It's just a cup of coffee. You could probably get, like, a small cup of coffee cheaper, but would you go to the bar and buy half a pint of beer? I mean, you might. It sort of defeats the point, though. You know? Anyway. I understand you want me to proceed with implementing the changes to reduce cold start. Update the app configuration, implement the concurrent model, continue the competitive... No, that's not what we're going to do. See, he doesn't even know what he's doing, right? That's not what he's doing right now. Anyway. He created deployment.md, so let's follow that. We'll do it ourselves. So, let's start at the top. Right, so the first thing we try is migrate. Can't do it. Next thing we do is we try deploy async. Can't do it. Can't do it. What is the point of those two scripts? So we do it with the proper way of doing it, you know, not with a script. We just do it ourselves. And then it works. Nice. Then we do the verify deployment, which fails. Yep. Everything's going great so far. Okay. And then finally, we do the test async with our URL. Beautiful. Which fails. Hell yeah, guys. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, this whole async thing is really funny. And possibly a complete waste of everybody's time. Because I haven't seen it make a video since we started putting in all of this async stuff. So I'm glad I get to show you this, because this is the bit that no one shows you, you know? See, it's almost a shame, because the you know, yeah, anyway. Max retries for submit job failed to receive blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's not working. So wait a minute. What? No. Yes. I just want to see if... No, that doesn't even work. Model is loading 404. Invalid function call. So the old... It's whatever... It's, you know, the code has now changed so much, you have to use the test async. You have to use test async. Which fails. Well, it's funny, though. We're getting refuse. Let's check it. Is it because I've been banned for spending money that I don't have? Could be. I've got my credit card though, it's not my problem. Failed to resolve. Alright. I'm just gonna copy and paste. I think what's gonna happen when I get home, I'm gonna be working off of the fork, you know. I'll be working off of the last stable. I might just dump all of this stuff that we've done, like, unless it suddenly works, of course. So here, look at this. See, yeah, look. Mate. Why was it adding .modal.com? Oh. What? Okay, he's lost it. Look, he's officially lost the plot. He's officially lost the plot. Look. He thinks the way to fix this is to put .modal.com at the end. But that's not how you do it. I know that's not no. So yeah, this is cooked. Anyway, it was fun showing you. Expect some updates, because like I said, this is just bad seed stuff. Like literally, you want to know why? Look at this. Too much stuff, man. 7.3 million, it's time to start a new convo. So anyway, as you can see, it was stable, and we said, I want to do cold start. We did cold start, and I didn't actually upload it. I just kept going because we're doing this for a demo. All right. But it did work. We did actually eliminate cold starting. It's just that then I broke it. So anyway, that was fun. Shut this down. Right, last thing then. Let's get this thing done. So if I put them over there for a sec and we open this. Oh crap. Yeah, that's not the button you're looking for. Give me a sec, it's coming back. So this is Adobe Dreamweaver, but you could use Notepad, okay? I'm just using this because it has like the split view, which is kind of nice. You can kind of see what we're working on here. So there's the story page, chapter 0. Now obviously there's a lot you can do with formatting of text. That's just one big bloody block. It looks terrible. Why does it look like that? I know why. It's because, see, it's formatted as one paragraph. So I'll give you an example of how we can fix this real quick. It's very simple. Put a P there, put a P there, put a P there, put a P there, put a P there. Because this is just formatting for HTML, so it looks good in our document. Put a P there, put a P there. We're just going to wrap every paragraph in a paragraph tag. Sounds simple. And to be honest, you could get a LLM to add this for you, but it's cheaper just to add them yourself. Do you know what I might do actually? Make a Python script. Yes, a Python script that wraps every line in a P tags. Ah, that's super sick actually. Because then I wouldn't have to do what I'm doing now by hand. Ah, crap. Man, there's so many lines. Man, there's so many spoilers on the first page. What the hell? Okay. I put everything in a P tag. Now what? Where's the thingy? I think there must be some kind of CSS styling going on. Because that should have done it. Oh yeah, there you go. It did do it. It just needs some rules. But that's broken up a little bit more. It's not just like one solid block of text now. It still could be cleaner than that, but that's okay. We'll move on. So yeah, the point is, turn to page 1. And that will be a duplicate of this page. So, oh my gosh. What the heck's that? Ugh. I'll update that one day. There's no need to clean it out because I can change and mix and match stuff, right? Okay. So we have our page 1, right? Okay, I'm happy with that as a base template. Where is the file at? There it is. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make a new folder called CYOA Jovian 1, like that. That's it. And then if we close this, and then where is it? Where'd it go? There. Move this into CYOA Jovian update. Go in there. Come on, open the thing. There you go, right. Open that. Okay. And I'm going to rename this one to index. So it's like a microsite. So it'll be CYOA-Jovian1/ and that's, you know, you put the folder in, boom, it'll start at page 0. I think that's clean. Okay, obviously we can change the image for every page. I've just got it on a placeholder. So then what we need to do is, I swear there's a shortcut for control, yeah, it's control D. So if we just do control D and then call this one O1, open it up, get page 1, and the formatting is going to be annoying, which is why I think having a script to do it is going to be quite a good idea. Yeah. Corridor had other plans. Oh, there's an extra P tag there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is it all green and stuff? Oh no. Why is it green? What happened? Ah, because... There we go. We missed something there. We scuffed up the tags. So, if I take... let's see. If I take this choice... Like that... Oh! What? What the hell? What? Did it just make a... Weird. Don't do that. The computer was trying to code for me. Okay. Right. And it's going to be... Turn... Right. Like that. And then this will say 2A. I'll keep it on there for now, and then I'll remove them when they're actually links, because you don't need to know what they're called. They're for me while I'm putting it together, you know? Okay, like that. Turn to 2A, 2B. So obviously, this is going to be 2A, this is going to be 2B, right? So what I'll do is I'll just duplicate these out to make the structure of all the choices, okay? And then when all the links are right, the pages are named, so you can just copy all of the story in. So this is going to become like, for example, look, this is turned to page 2A, so this will be 2a.html. And I've got to go and check that leak again. I'll be right back. Do you know what? I think coffee time is probably more appropriate. I'm back. Yo. That should have done it. Okay. That should... yeah, it's hard to figure that onto lines, because it's what, you know, maybe if you made, I don't know, it's awkward, but yes, it is a good one. That should have done it. It's weird. It's like 4 words and then 1 short word, so it's like awkward to try and make it fit on one line. Anyway, I'm thinking about it too hard. So 2A HTML and 2B.html. Oh my god. I may as well hide because I'm blending into the white space. Okay, so 2a.html, 2b.html, turn to, trust, blah blah blah. Cool. Okay. So that is. I'm just going to rename this to just one.html. Yeah. Just close that. Open the index and just make sure that the link. Oi! I didn't say follow it. Where is it? Turn to page 1. So we'll call that 1.html. Whoops, 1.html. Save. Turn to page 1. Or chapter 1, I should say. Chapter 1. And then in 1. Okay, so now I don't need to, because I've put the information in there. God, that's annoying. Right. I don't need to put that there now. And I don't need to put that there now. Okay. Save that. Like, we can make it pretty later. Like, center it, change the colours, whatever. What the heck? Oh, it's still written here. Right, so... save that. You stand at the cross. Yeah, it needs, all the text needs to be formatted, so it's just one big text block right now. But to save time, I'm not going to actually change the text, okay, because that's going to take some effort, and I want to make a Python processor to just convert it all for me, so I can do it in one go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a template that makes my life easy, okay, and then we'll build the whole structure with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate one, and I'm going to call it 2a. Okay. And then when we open 2a, I'm going to delete all the text. Oi, I just clicked on that. Stupid thing. Alright, so we're going to say text. Okay. Could have said story here, okay, and the reason is so that I can get this bit clean, and then I've just got a one-click paste. You see, I can just paste everything there as a block, okay. And like I said, I'll get a Python script to just turn all of these into /p wrapped strings, so I don't have to go through and do that for all 28 pages. You see what I mean? But this is good enough to set up the thing. So here we go. Chapter, I'll say 2A. Because that's what this is. It's the name of the page. Chapter 2A. So that means this one is chapter 1. In fact, you know what? I'm going to actually do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing on here because it's not done, so. Right. Trusty informant. Hear him out. So, 2A. What's at the bottom of 2A? I just want the choices. That's all I want. Okay. So, it's going to be B. Play it safe. Or it's going to be A. Like that, and then we'll change this to be 3AA, 3AA, and 3AB. Okay. Save, right? And then again, whoa, a duplicate, and then rename it to B. Open it. Oh my god, I hate that. What's it doing? Every time I click on something, it's like takes me to a different part of the page. It's like almost pointless. It's almost pointless It's almost pointless. You may as well just look at full code. You know what I mean? Oh, man. So this is now 2B. So I'm literally just setting up the links, because that's the bit that will confuse most people. Well, you know, yeah, that's the complicated bit, I guess. So BA and BB. Okay, and we get our option for 3BA. Like that. And then we get our option for B. Like that. Save. 2B. Or not. 2B. And then we go to 3A. So .3AA. Okay. Yes. One of the biggest parts of the course was search replace. VS Code can do HTML. Yeah, that's true. It works now. Let us break it. It works now. Let's break it. Yeah. That's a good one. I'm writing that down. Again, kind of hard to fit. Like, the typography is awkward. Probably worth rephrasing. So 3AA. 3AA. And 3AA leads to 4AA. And 4AAA and 4AAB. Okay. And it'll say infiltrate the lab. And then B, escape solo with the data. With the data. And that one's done. And that should actually be... No, that's right. 3AA. And then the next one is 3AB. There. So we say 3A AB. I mean, look, you could give the chapters cool names. You know what I mean? You could make, oh, cool name. I could tell LLM, read every page and make a cool name for the page, right? And then I could use that instead of 3AB. It's just one thing. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to, trying to show you, like, because obviously you don't have to print. You could deploy it to your website. Share the link. It's free. It's a question of whether you want to give it away or charge money for it, right? Hey, JPEG, welcome. We're just putting together that choose your own adventure from yesterday. You already missed all of the VS Code stuff. We're finished with that. Unless you've been here all night, of course, then you'll know I've been doing that. But yeah, we're sort of using the final part for Writers Club just to give you another option of what you can do when you want to present your stories to the world. The fact is that we can generate these every day, so you could build up a big portfolio. And that counts for something. I would recommend reading and editing your stories, though. Never publish the first draft. Okay. Seek, unless you're like me, and I'm doing it for example, so that I can show you this is what you'll be working with when you do your first edit. Okay? This is the standard you can expect without being me, because I give you the code to make that standard. You can do the same thing I'm doing. And then it's up to you whether you edit it or not. Ah, okay. No, that's cool, Dragon. Keep them coming, like I say. So, yeah, 3AB. So what does 3AB do? 3AB goes to 4ABA. 4ABA. And the choice is this. And then there's the choice for 4ABB. 4ABB. Okay. Save that, right? Now, obviously, I can continue doing these in my own time. It's just repetition. So I'm not like going to bother sitting here on live show and just going through the next 25 pages or however many I have left, okay? I think you get the idea, right? But one thing I do think it would be useful to do would be to create a P wrapper. So let's go ahead and do that first, because I think that's going to be much more entertaining for the end of the show tonight. And we've got one last thing to have fun with before we head into a Sunday night sleep and a brand new week. So here we go. Extended Claude. We can write a a text processor in Python which detects paragraphs and wraps them in HTML p tags. Example. Now, look, I'm just going to be honest, okay? I've got Dreamweaver, all right? I could just put it into the view mode. Look, okay, guys, you don't have Dreamweaver. This is why I'm doing this. But for anybody that knows how it works, I'm not an idiot. I know that I could just copy the text into this screen. I could just copy the text in here, and it will automatically add the p tags, okay? But I'm thinking about you guys in Notepad that don't have that. All right, so Nice Guy Johnson, not... Because anybody that actually knows, you'd be like, why are you writing that? You could just paste it into Dreamweaver. Yeah, but not everybody has Adobe, okay? So I'm trying to be nice about, that's why I'm doing this. I want to show you how you can pretty much do anything you want. So, the cat sat on the mat. The bird was on... No, wait. The cat is on the table. Okay. Example input. Example output. Crap, I didn't get that last tag in. Hopefully he'll figure it out. I wanted to get that last apostrophe in, but hopefully he doesn't think, oh, I have to add an apostrophe to everything. Do you know what? I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to do it again. Go back. Do it again. Crap. He's not going to understand that there's a line there, is he? Yeah, look, see, the way he brought it back to me. Okay, well, how about that? A new line equals new tag. How about that? And we don't need that thing. There we go. Cool, we figured it out. A batch text which detects paragraphs and wraps them in a p tag while processing all text files in a folder using the original file name when writing the new when using the original file name saved in .text format, I guess. One at a time. Let's change this. Which processes? Which processes text files in a folder one at a time using the original file name for each saved into one. Okay, let's see if he gets it. It's actually really simple. I made it more complicated than it needed to be there. JPEG says, you are a domain expert in coding and creative stuff. You can make full code, no snippets. Nice. I was searching for what you see is what you get editor and didn't settle for one yet. It's true. I like Dreamweaver, but then I was classically trained. So I have all my certificates. I got like 6 of them just for Dreamweaver. It's funny. It used to be up on the wall. Don't know where they are right now. I got better ones. Anyway. So we've made our batch processor. Cool. It's gonna append. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Preserve empty lines. Yeah. Each non-empty line is a paragraph. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Download that. Okay. Now, obviously, we probably want to just make it easy. So I'm going to delete that. Delete that. And then rename that. Because all of the rest are enhanced. I just kept a couple of originals when we were doing our demo. They're all enhanced though. Okay, cool. Open Sesame. Open Sesame. Python batch text processor folder, the one that we're in, please. Done. Okay, so what did it do? It didn't follow my... I'm glad it worked, because if it hadn't have worked, it just overwrote all the originals. I could have sworn I said use the original file name. See, I should have said for each new file. And then maybe I should have said it in a different format. You know, anything to stop it from overwriting the originals. But it's fine. It actually did a great job. If you have a look here, look. /p/p/p. So now it'll actually be an easy case to just drop that code into each page. We can do page 1 as an example. So page 1 is here. Scroll down and there you go. Story here, right? So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put it on that line. Oh wait, I don't need to wrap it in p tags. I'm an idiot. Of course, that was the whole point of what we just did. So I'm going to put it just like from the back. There we go. Save that. It's fine. So now, you know what I mean, I can do a one copy and it's formatted, and I can even verify this look to A to B and then just get rid of it. So I'm going to replace that with a BR one there and one there. There we go. And then that's how every page will end up looking. I might end up putting in more spaces. We'll see. And that could be part of the script, you know. I could update the script to be like, you know, put line breaks in as well. You know what I mean? So it would put the BR at the end of the P, okay? But again, that's like a formatting thing, you know? I think it would be a good idea though. I don't think it'll end up looking better. Text size is a bit small as well, but again, because we've got it in a style rule, we can just edit the style rule for storybook, story page. Look, this is our controls. We can use any CSS styling and it will affect that block text. Okay, so like we could do, for example, text justify, and it will try to stretch, you know, there's all types of different type settings you can use. I'm not gonna teach you how to suck eggs, you know, but yeah, there you go. Right, that works. So yeah, like I said, now it's just a question of plugging away. You will see this get finished because this is one of my current projects. It kind of finishes off the Choose Your Own Adventure research by publishing a Choose Your Own Adventure. I do plan on using Flux to generate an image that's relevant to each page. We might even generate another image to go into the end of each page. Don't know, we'll see. But those are like easy ways to enhance this. Another one, of course, is to have a little play button which speaks it out loud, you know, with like some kind of TTS or something. I don't know if we'll do that because sometimes the TTS still doesn't read stuff out very well. Yeah. You know, it'll just weird pronunciation and stuff like that. Let's see. Dreamweaver started off as Macromedia. So when I first started getting my certification, it was Macromedia. So there's a little bit of a tell for when I was learning it. But it became Adobe just before... No, it became Adobe just after I'd finished. Yeah, maybe a year or two. I'm not sure. But my certificates are Macromedia. Dreamweaver 3. Let me just look it up. Dreamweaver 3. Hang on. Dreamweaver 3. What was the date on that? Oh, it's only December 1999. Don't worry about it. And by the way, Dreamweaver 4 came out in November 2000, the following year. So literally, that means I got all my web dev certificates in the year 25 years ago. So that dates me pretty well. Yeah, Flash was Macromedia as well. Yeah, I did Flash courses too. Well, Flash didn't really get killed though. Here's the funny thing about Flash. Flash was used as an image replacement technique in Web 2.0 for years. Because it was a really good way. Flash image replacement was like the hot technique for web design for like a decade. So it didn't really go away. It just wasn't used in the way that you thought it would be. It was a way of making better visuals on websites, basically. But yeah, it is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So yeah, I'm going to go away and finish this Choose Your Own Adventure site. Hopefully I'll be able to make it like readable, because at the moment it's a bit tough. But you'll be able to read, make choices, and experience one of the 8 endings. So yeah, hopefully this is going to look nice. And yeah, so like I say, look forward to this one, guys. I'm also going to be working on the LTXV stuff. Everything we've talked about tonight, it's all in the pipeline. So thank you very much for watching. I'm about to get up out of here. It's been an awesome Sunday stream. We had to start early because I had so much to look at tonight, guys. But we'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, starting a new week as we mean to go on. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.